every single round that they win. I'm curious to see how he reacts. Is he going to get up? Is he going to look at Envy? Is he going to direct that energy towards them? Or is he going to stay controlled, look at his teammates, and focus on building them up?
You remember when we said against Soto in the first match when they played Revenge early on in the tournament? I said he needs to not focus so much about trying to get in the other team's head and just worry about where his own teammates' heads are.
For sure.
And just focus on his side of the playing field.
For sure.
And don't worry so much about talking all that trash. And just worry about winning those rounds here.
Well, map number 1 of our losers bracket final about to get underway. We're heading over to Forge here as Team Envyus take on Bot Empire. Excited to get this one underway. As we mentioned, the big rivalry here. Soto trying to get a little bit of revenge on Team Envyus after he was dropped, but this whole Bot Empire squad, just to reiterate, have only been playing together for 2 weeks, and they find themselves in the top 3 here at MLG Columbus. But without further ado, let's jump straight into the game.
All right, everybody in the crowd, make some noise in the chat. Make some noise. Who you guys want to win? Let me get some hashtag Bot Empires in the chat. Hashtag Team Envyus out there. We're on map number 1. This is Forge. This is your boy Guy Blaze and Benson coming at you guys live here, and we're going to be hopping on board. We're actually going to be taking a look at this overhead map to see what's going to be popping off here. And as we see that control tower fight, and it's going to be Solars.
Yeah.
As we were talking about him, he's going to have that front spine. I think that is going to be Speedy in front of him, and he's going to get up here and try to take this fight directly to the Bot Empire members. We're going to have a 2v2 fight up here, and they're going to actually push these guys back. Speedy's going to back out of there. He's there with Excels, and they're going to have to work together here. No kills being made up top, but we'll have some kills being traded off down low.
And I feel like that's Excels just kind of knowing that this is exactly what Solars is going to do. They want to make sure they control this. Obviously, as they said, they played against each other several times, and I believe it is going to be Solars that will go down. 2 versus 1 now in favor of Bot Empire for control up top. And unfortunately, that last remaining player there for Team Envyus will go down as well. A fantastic start for Bot Empire. As well as that, they were also able to get control of that B hill. So B and C under their control now and building that first 10-point lead or so.
And so what Excels did right there, Excels knew where that main fight was going to be at the beginning of this map, so that he went up there with Speedy.
Yep.
And as when you're the leader of a team like that, you have to go to those positions so you can see what needs to be done, what needs to happen. He went over there and he made sure he was able to let Speedy know exactly how he needed to play that fight out, and they won that 2v2 fight. So putting himself in those defining positions.
However, Team Envyus strike back. They will retake control of that B hill. Solars with a pick on Speedy as well. So look for him to now really start to apply a little bit of pressure, but Excel shuts him out almost instantaneously. And that lead, of course, that was early built by Bot Empire will disintegrate very, very quickly. It's going to be a tied game, and look for Envyus now to take the lead.
And so Excels, he's going to get team fight right here. He's going to go down. Looking at the score right here, Team Envyus has a slight lead here, only by 2 or so points. And now we're going to see Team Envyus. It looks like they're going to be setting up for a 2-cap. They don't want to push across just yet and play for Bot Empire's home.
And one thing to note as well, when Franchise was kind of talking pre-game, he said we weren't playing as aggressive as we have all tournament. They kind of backed off a little bit. Of course, we are only at 10-second respawn delay, but you expect to see if Envy get up a couple of kills here to apply that pressure over towards that C hill. But of course, Bot Empire already springing into life as they jump on towards that B hill. Speedy and a teammate there going to be able to just try and cap that one. Nicely played. They will get it under control, but of course they now will need to win those gunfights.
Yeah, smart capping that hill together so it can cap faster. They're taking some shots across map, but Crash knows that he's going to be able to contest. Big 1v1 here. Speedy is going to get that down. Not able to claim the kill, but he did get the revive on his teammate. That was the most important thing. They're going to go push up, clean his kill together. Toy looking to get that kill across. He is not able to pick that one up. He goes down, so Toy and Rib, they go down. Here comes Praise and Solars trying to make something happen. Praise takes out Soto, but he goes down quickly to Speedy, and you see Solars is trying to retreat out of here, but he's going to get caught out. He gets team fired down. Look at the Lancer fire.
And immediately Bot Empire springing to life over towards the A hill as well. They've applied the pressure. They're going for the trip cap. Is Ribs going to be able to get in the hill in time? Yes, he will. Now Crash left by himself. He will fall, but you see the intent there from Bot Empire. They are not allowing Envyus to control the pace of this game.
The damage is done, and you're going to see Bot Empire 5 points needed. They have 2 heals capped. They have that neutral point as well, and they're going to come out here and they're going to take round number 1.
And that is a big, big round. I'm curious to see how Soto reacts. Looks across the Team Envyus, but still a controlled Soto. Something that we haven't really seen all tournament. After every single round, he's been jumping up and making some noise.
And so taking a look at this weapon placement, Team Envyus, the tone of this match, what do they want to do? Do they want to make sure Bot Empire can't make any risky moves with the weapon placements? And they're going to opt to block off this double weapon spawn here, where we usually see teams put the incense shot grenades to kind of give some added support in defending their home hills.
You agree with that from Team Envyus?
I think it's a safe pick depending on how their play style is, because especially with a block like that, if Team Envyus decides to play for the home hills, they know that you know, it's going to be a little bit of extra. They won't have the tools that they need to defend that.
We'll see how this map, of course, plays out. That was in round number 1. Goes in favor of Bot Empire. We're going to be on board with Excels once again, and I believe Speedy is playing with him. They recognize the importance of these early gunfights up top in this control room, but this time it's going to be won by Team Envyus. You'll see Excels and Speedy both back away. Solar's now with the advantage, but in come Bot Empire. They fly in, and Solar's wisely just kind of backs away, recognizes he's weak, and Speedy and Excels retake control.
So the breakdown there was that Solars decided to back up back to his stairs after his teammates won control. He needs to push across, hold that right side advantage there, and have Praise just guard him a little bit till they actually secured it and won the fight. So Praise thought he was going to be able to take that on his own, but just miscommunication by those guys. Forge is going to go off, so that B Hill will be capped. Team Envyus has that 2-point control, and we see Frag out getting aggressive, and that's going to be Excels and Speedy on the other side. They push down, they pick up a kill. 2v2 situation now. Excels looking to make something happen. Praise shuts him down, but Speedy is still in that position, and now you're going to have Crash try to set himself up to make an assault here on his B Hill soon.
Yeah, and he has Speedy up top in support as well, so this is going to be big here. If he's able to get a couple of shots down, Praise and Franchise off, currently down and out of action for Team Envyus for a couple of seconds. Of course, only 12-second respawn. The C Hill now is being taken as well as the B Hill. This could be a trip cut for Bot Empire. The kill still going in favor of Bot before finally Praise is able to break it, and the C Hill once again goes back under control to Team Envyus, and something that Bot Empire are doing so unbelievably well. And what's crazy is they've only been a team for 2 weeks, is they do what you see Optic Gaming do. When they apply pressure on the home hill, they also apply pressure on the neutral hill. It's a very, very tough thing to do. They just time that pressure very, very well.
And it forces teams to make the perfect decision.
Yep.
And not all teams can make the perfect decision under pressure. And this Bot Empire squad, as we see, they're hot. They're coming off that infamous loser bracket run. That loser bracket run where teams come out with that fire. They've already played 2 intense matches here today. Yeah. They came out with a nail biter against Revenge, a good matchup against E United. And so they got 2 matches under their belt already today. 2
wins as well, as opposed to Envyus, who've only played once, and they're holding a big old L right now. So definitely a potential for difference in mindset, but as it stands, Envyus still going blow for blow. They only have 1 hill under their control, and it looks as if that one's being contested as well. But Ribs on the other side of the map is able to make a couple of kills in his favor. However, Excels and Frag out, they respond with kills. Look at the score, 172 to 156. C-Hill now going to be completely neutral, and that's going to leave Ribs in absolute no man's land. He's not going to be able to get anywhere. He's completely out of the action. Luckily, though, a teammate is able to break it for Team Envyus, and it looks as if he's going to be able to recapture it as well. But once again, damage has been done by Bot Empire. Now, all they need is just 1 hill, and they'll close out round number 2.
And so they have a little distraction here. Praise is going to try to sneak behind these guys, but they're going to have to push up and get him out. Praise needs to win this 1v1.
Oh, they're capping A as well.
Stay on the hill. Their home hill is in jeopardy, but here comes the point, and Bot Empire 2 rounds in a row.
Unfortunately, they weren't able to get that one quick enough. The high fives coming through from Bot Empire. And we're going to see Team Envyus once again on weapon placement. And something that I did really fear after you lose a game like that to Optic Gaming, it's so hard to regain your composure. Is that going to be a factor? I mean, for Team Envyus, I feel you need to get your head back into this game.
So keys to success for Team Envyus going into this round, I was going to say you give Solar something up top in the control tower because he's making it there before Speedy. And it takes about 2 seconds to pick those frag grenades up. But this weapon placement, Toy Soldier is going to be down at the bottom, and he knows that his teammates are having a hard time. So if he's able to sneak those nades, they may even decide to bait Speedy and Excels in there to gain that position.
The pressure from up top.
Exactly, but Toy is going to be on with the nade. So they have to watch for that nade pickup. That's going to be crucial here for Excels and Speedy, because as soon as those nades get picked up, they have to get out the way because Toy will be tossing them.
It looked like it was an even break once again up top. But it is a 1 versus 2 down bottom middle. So Toy going to have to play this one a little passively. Throws out those smoke grenades. Once again, the gunfight's up top. This time, Excel's not going to be able to keep his teammate up. He will go down. And that is 2 players down as well for Bot Empire, and Toy Soldier easily picks up those nades.
And so Envyus has control over this point, but they have not capped the hill. Just a little bit too much pressure here. And now Toy is going to back up. That nade's going to come out, clean up a kill on Crash. Soto is still in that area, I believe, to defend it. And Praise knows that he's going to get surprised there. But Team Envyus to cap the hill, their home hill is going to be in jeopardy across map. Speedy sees Franchise. Franchise is overextending a little bit too far. And so Bot Empire is going to regain control over their home hill. Only 1 hill in possession for these guys. Maybe 2 hills, actually. It's going to depend on how well can they defend Team Envyus' home.
Yeah, he just kind of backed away from that one, and Envy easily able to retake it. So After the storm settles down a little bit, it will be Envy with A and B control. They have themselves a slight lead as well. Nothing to get too excited about at this point. Of course, just 60 points to 52 of Bot Empire, but the B-Hill now being contested is going to be Excels. Has the support of a teammate. He's going to be able to be picked up very, very quickly. Fran and Solars, they have to back away. They don't really have that aggression that they need. In actual fact, Excels, he's going to get aggressive on this one. He tries to push up. Teammate able to keep that B-Hill with absolute ease. And Bot Empire, we take control.
By him making that quick movement and allowed his teammates to take the pressure off those guys so they can't cap that hill. This is going to be a 3v3 fight over here. Actually, a 4v3. Somebody's going to have to watch their back up there. I believe that's Speedy in that tower. Solars is on the aggressive up there, and you see the crossfire from down low. Crash picking him kill down there on Franchise, and we see Excels is in a good position connecting with those shots. 2 members down for Team Envyus, and it looks like Bot Empire will control this part of the map.
And honestly, if Bot's quick here, they could put some pressure down towards that A-Hill. They have the numbers advantage, but Solars, he has other ideas. He shuts down Crash. Can he find the second? Not going to happen. Does go down. The pressure has already been applied over towards A. Excels, he's going to finish him up. Is anyone from Envy going to be off spawn quick enough? I believe it was Franchise. He was able to shut down Frag Out and Ribs. He's going to be able to cap the A-Hill.
And so Team Envy is holding on to their lives here. And now, taking a look at what they want to do, it looks like they're having a hard time getting control over B, so they're going to play on that home street. They're playing for that away hill. That looks like their game plan, but they got some pressure here. Their teammates not able to advance. They may do a little audible here, and it looks like they're going to try to collapse on B. A little indecisiveness from these guys, but Ribs is going to make the decision, try to be there for his teammates, and lead the charge, and he's going to push it here. Speedy taking out Franchise, Praise on the aggression, trying to take out Crash there. Nades being picked up, Praise goes down. Here comes 2 members. Ribs, what can he do with the nades? Trying to connect with some shots.
And the problem is that indecisiveness may have cost them, but Empire, they've overextended over towards the A-Hill just to try and secure the victory. They don't even need to control the B-Hill, but Crash is looking to maybe just add a little bit of extra salt into the wound. Can he go for the trip cap just to end up with some style points? You see a couple of players from Envy are down, but Empire, they're going to win this round, and they go 3-0 up here in map number 1.
As long as Bot Empire focuses up here, as we talked about beforehand, just worry about yourself.
Oh,
worry about your team. You can't leave your teammate that crash. You got to be aware of that.
There's nothing worse than leaving
now, if they start losing rounds, we know who to point the finger at.
Exactly. That could be the factor. Maybe that's what Envyus needed. A failed fist bump. We'll have to wait and see. There was a potential long shot dropped over towards the bottom of the map. Envy's going to take some time to think this one through. As it stands, but Empire, they are just running through Team Envyus. The rotations just seem quicker, and I feel like you hit the nail on the head. It was indecisiveness from Envy last round.
This is good right here, because if they do this, Fran needs just a little assistance over here to guarantee them control over this, because Speedy and Excels has been running that up top tower.
Yep.
Now, Fran, you give him that scope, he can take a few of these guys off and give Praise and Toy that extra assistance needed across map to take control over that B hill. A sniper on this map can lock down a lot of different positions. You can catch a lot of people off guard, a lot of cheeky angles. So
Fran with the sniper rifle has been pretty dominant. You see him actually opt to cap his home hill, and what Empire have done is says, no, I don't think so. Frag Out makes a massive rush. He's going to just immediately go for sniper control. Now, if Envy can react to this, we may see them actually collapse over towards what Empire's home hill, but he's backed away. As it stands, Envy, they've actually just rushed straight through, so Fran making the wise choice just to push through. This could be a trip cap, but Empire may have just completely misplayed this round, but Frag Out on the A hill, he's going to need a little bit of help from his teammates. Unfortunately, they're going down. Excels is able to trade up Toy, though. Frag Out using the smoke to his advantage. He has Fran in front of him, but Envy are collapsing on that A-hill.
Yeah, I wonder how aggressive Frag Out got right there. I think him picking up Snipe was the good move, because I think that was a valuable strategy that Team Envyus was going to use there, but I feel like they kind of lucked up here on this round.
Well, Envy will get their first round under their belt here in this losers bracket final. Of course, loser does go home. Winner progresses through to the grand final, although me Optic Gaming. If anyone can shut them out there, that's a much bigger question. As it stands, though, Bot Empire, they now go over to their first weapon placement here of this round. Did they react to that sniper rifle now? Because, I mean, that last strike just didn't work.
Control tower placement, 100%. You go control tower, give Speedy some extra nades. Give him some extra nades up there. I think that's what they may do.
10 seconds, frags and instant maybe?
I think if they do the instant placement here, that'll be fine. A little extra something kind of to defend that B hill, that area of effect there. That's going to be a good placement. I think Incense was a good choice, whether they put him in tower or put him down there in the middle. They're going to kind of spread the map out here. They're going to have to spread the map out here. Team Envyus cannot afford to give up those Incense and try to contest for that neutral point. you know, it's just it's going to be free kills all day.
Absolutely. Look at the overhead map, and you can, once again, curious to see the red and blue arrow down at the bottom of the map. Fragout this time says, nah, I'm not going to risk sniper rifle. I'm going to cap my home hill and just kind of give themselves a little bit of safety, if nothing else. And on your screens, you're going to have Speedy and Excels once again winning that up top engagement, and I feel like you may have been correct there. Why not give yourself something for this?
As long as they don't overextend, they'll be okay. So now, this is the original strategy that Team Envyus plan on using. What Fragout needs to understand is if Fragout is aggressive on Franchise, if he puts the pressure on Fran, force him to make those big plays. If you could do that, you know, you'll put your team in a good position. I would just challenge Fran in a 1v1 every time, just like this. You take him out here, you start to put the pressure, make the 2-cap come in, and then you take the pressure off the neutral hills. Allow your teammates to get control over that B, because Team Envyus members are gonna have to back up and assist. Right here, Toy had to back up. He couldn't fight that fight in the middle. Now you're gonna see the control go to Bot Empire here in the middle of the map, exactly what they wanted, because they have to back up and defend their home hill.
Solus, he is going to be able to regain control, but I mean, BNC under the control of Bot Empire, as well as that they're going to have map control also. So Envy trying to spring back here, and this is a big round as well for Bot Empire, because it just kind of puts a stop to that momentum from Team Envyus, and what especially could have been more of a Bot Empire mistake, as opposed to Team Envyus kind of clutching up that last round. Bot Empire really want to make sure they stay in control of this whole map.
I think the round that they lost, like you said, Fragout opted to say, hey, I'm going to go straight for the sniper, see if I can disrupt their strategy. But when it didn't work out for him, his home hill was in jeopardy. They lost a few key 1v1s across the other side of the map. But it looks like this Bot Empire squad is back where they want to be, you know, recouping from that, what it seems like a fluke in that round. Because it wasn't even though it was a domination, I don't think it was a defining win in that round there by Team Envyus. So Excels with the pressure here, he's going to put some good shots in on Solars. Call that one out. Solars in a bad position. He's going to go down. Excels is going to come in. This could be a domination. We're going to have
the 18-second respawn delay. However, someone from Envy has wrapped over towards C.
That's Toy and Praised
and Toy. So they actually have 2 players who have gone for that. Now the question is, can Bot Empire hold off Team Envyus off spawn?
Oh, that was clutch right there. Fran pushing in, picking up that kill. You can't allow that one there to happen. And him and Ribs is going to push out this last member. I think this was going to be Excels.
Right, but they're going to trade home hills once again. You see Bot Empire more than happy to keep trading these hills, keep that 2-to-1 hill advantage. They're going to win the game. Look at the lead already. Almost 180 points to just over 120 for Team Envyus. Bot Empire in absolute control here on this map. Franny's going to grab a sniper rifle, but at this point, I don't think the sniper's going to do you much help. You have to be aggressive. You've got to go. You need a trip cap or at least a double and a neutral. Nothing else is going to do. Solos jumps into the B hill. That one should be good to go neutral, but you only have 7 seconds left. You need to put the pressure on by C hill, and the pressure is coming through. Can Team Envyus try and do it at the end? Solos, he's able to pick up one on Speedy, but no. Bot Empire react. They are able to get the numbers back over towards C, but the hill's still neutral now. Soto may need to try and make a play here. Has Excels with him as well. The shots go down. Toy's able to shut out Fragout. Excel desperately trying to win the 1v1. B hill's completely neutral. Only Envyus getting points as it stands.
He hit those.
Oh, he goes down. Ribs, he's going to be able to take control of C. Can they collapse on B? Meanwhile, someone from Bot Empire is completely overextended towards the A hill. That may be enough for Bot Empire unless someone from Team Envy can re-rotate back out. It should be good. Surely, but no, the A hill's neutral, but not enough time. And Bot Empire clutch up in the nick of time. And coming immediately from that, I want to go to a listening with Bot Empire.
Fucking played. Yo, we can't let that happen though. Listen, if I say leave B, you guys leave B.
Yo, Chuck, they have to push up to us. Don't stand in that cover right there, baby.
Yo, I 100%
that's a
agree with you,
Lancer.
But the reason why is because they always straight.
You almost got sniped from Plat. He was on Plat with Snape. Don't stand there next time. Let's go. Let's go. Keep it up, sweetie. Let's go, baby.
There's no way that kid made it to our home hill though. We got to down him before that.
Yeah. I mean, I pulled up and was Lancer like as she does.
That's good. Bang out for that.
Yo, I said we sent one
They're
up
dumb
there,
for that.
No.
No, they might bait it with
20 seconds pause. 20 seconds pause. 20 seconds pause.
So watch out.
Listen, if we're overnumbered, if me and Dylan are outnumbered, me and Dylan just rotate.
These are long spawns, guys.
I'll call out how many I see.
1, 2, 3, 4, guys.
We have 2.
There's two quads. Only one quad.
Security. Where? Dylan, you lose, baby.
Going south. Cut behind you.
Come back, Dandy crash. Big deal.
Behind us.
I got shots, crash.
Where's behind?
Her crash, one shot crash.
Yo, I died. There's no one
behind me, crash.
One up top, he has quads.
One up quads.
2v3, can't die.
Stay alive.
Get back.
One shot B. This is a long spot. Stay alive. Just be annoying. Try to be annoying.
He's gonna get our home.
One's flanking our B. One's flanking our B.
We're trying. We'll go down in the hill.
You can make it. He made it. Right, yo, good first half. Good first half. Good first half. Good first half.
I got like, I think,
First half.
I think right there, what they did, they dropped off from up top. They dropped off from up top and killed me quads right there.
A good response from Team Envyus, able to find that second round before the half. Of course, that's going to look a lot better than being down 5-1 at the half there, Blaze. But we saw good communication coming out from the bot Empire squad. Unfortunately, though, just not able to close out that round.
Yeah, that fight was lost up top. You saw Praise, he got that turbo, a few clutch long-range shots there by him. So, but in that first half, that was a good 4-2 half right there by bot Empire. You know, the key to it, and I think it's even on the key this half, because they're still going to fight this 4v4 fight across the map. If Fragout can win his 1v1s against Franchise, he puts his team in a good position. I think he needs to be aggressive across the map and play it with a lot of confidence.
Oh, already Solar's just going to hit that magical button. Of course, the instinct comes through, and he's actually going to pick up Fragout as well. So Team Envyus, as it stands, with a numerical advantage, but excels, he says, I don't think so, Benson. Ribs and Toy, they're down as well, so bot Empire now should be able to spring into life over towards the E hill. Solar's still going to try and control that up top area. Excels, though, he will go down over towards that D hill. And if he's actually quick, he could maybe neutralize it. He comes
saving
Speedy.
his teammate, but the super flank over there by Franchise. Speedy's going to have to go up here. He's going to have to chill out here. He's going to try to turn. That's Ribs going to be in front of him. He wants to do it to him. He's going to go down, though. And so, bot Empire, they're chilling on one hill right here, but it is the neutral hill. They will have, they will respawn soon. So, one thing about these home hills is that it takes a long time to get to them when you get down. So in these later rounds, it's going to be very, very crucial here.
Absolutely, as Solar's now going to be capping that mid-neutral hill. Recognize a lot of bot Empire resources were spent over towards Envyus' home hill. So it should be a relatively easy cap. Now for Ribs, he's looking down, waiting to see if anyone from bot Empire wants to try and push that control tower. Of course, control tower even more important, if you will, in that second half, because that mid-neutral hill now is actually in the incinerator, so you do have that button up top, plus that stretch of the home hill. This is really a massive, massive power position on this map.
And so Envyus, this is a good defensive strategy up here. They're locking down this tower, they're controlling the button. So by them controlling the button, they control that E hill not getting broken for a while. Bot Empire, they need to push up here. That's their only play. As you can see, the push is actually going to come down. That was a bad smoke, stunning his teammates. They're going to try to bounce around here, stay alive, but this is going to be a crucial defining fight just to control this position. And now they're thinking about, do they want to overextend? They pushed them out, and they are actually going to be aggressive here and take the fight to him. Speedy picking up a kill there. They're going to go forward. Praise holding off 2 more kills actually coming in there. Bad Bot Empire, and now you go up there, and you need to break that E hill, control this point. Speedy's going to be there, and now we're going to have Envyus. They're going to actually get control over their home hill once again. That E hill being broken.
Solars and Franchise just really played that one smart with the overextension, but they may actually need to cap this because now, bot Empire off spawn, they're going to be applying that pressure. E hill, the mid-neutral, under bot Empire's control. As it stands out, both home hills looking good to go for Team Envyus. You look at the score line as well, 162 to 146. The E hill going back over Envy. F hill now back under the bot Empire control. Also, D looking to go to bot. So lots of rotations currently going on. It's just going to come down to who is going to win those key 1v1s and give their team the lead. As it stands though, Team Envyus will be able to win this just off one cap, but a trip cap now potentially for bot Empire. Praise has to spring into life. He's going to jump on the hill. This is a big 1v1. Fragout's going to jump in there as well with Speedy. Fragout goes down. That was Toy that cleaned him up. The damage potentially done by bot Empire. They walk away after all the commotion with E and F under their control and just down by 3 points.
Soto needed to pull his Lancer out there a little bit earlier, but the 2 hills are capped. They just need to pretty much put off and see. There's the Forge. That's the time that they need it here. That right there. Now they just need to turtle on their home hill. It's going to be a while before that can be broken. They have the lead that they need. They do not need to be over here.
Oh, Excels could make the hero play. He comes in behind Solars. Solars never saw it coming, and bot Empire, just like that, will win the first round of the second half. Nicely done from them. That is going to be a 5-2 lead, but I want to go right into a Team Envyus listening and see how they react.
I don't understand. Yo,
Shut up, don't do that. Come on.
I know, but yo, next time, like Captor Hill, Brian, you broke it, there was no one there, just Captor.
Yep, that's what I'm saying. Play for 2 hills.
Talk about a weapon, guys.
Captor Hill, I was on it. No, you went to hide in that
Next round,
corner.
next round. Yeah, talk about a weapon. 5-2, boys.
I'm exiting out the sides again.
I say you guys, yo, low key, I say you exile something. Yeah, exile something.
Bro, I refuse to lose these fucks, man.
We're not.
Maybe
Yo, stop,
Focus on
I know
map
exactly.
control and
Exactly.
callouts.
Where did that can come from the middle? Like, we killed like 2 or 3 on their side, and one came from middle.
I think he spawned and he just went right away.
Let's get him in.
Jamie, remember, you're playing E here. Your spot is E. Yeah. You're playing through quads.
I went left.
Let's go, yo. keep cooking.
It looks like there's
Last time I had 2.
They didn't even take control room, guys. They took it late.
One's
They took it late.
incinerator side.
Yeah, one cut, one cut.
Sir!
Hey, one cut.
He's playing back.
Yo, one's cut. Might be flanking you guys. Might be flanking you guys. I'm not sure.
Watch the flank.
He's still in the back.
He's still cut. He's still cut.
I'm trying to shoot you.
He's still in the back.
Shut the frag out.
Give me
Shut the frag out. Shut the frag out. What's
Hey,
the frag
there's one
out?
in front of me.
Careful.
Coming back then. You guys
Yo.
are alone in control room.
I'm backing out of this. I'm backing out of this.
Crash on me. Can anybody shoot our cubby?
I'm coming all the way to
I'm
Jamie.
gonna try to flank him, but I got one on me.
Foot's upstairs. I'm not watching my back.
He's marked.
Someone watch my back.
I came
or
back.
not?
He's already got. This guy died. This guy had to die.
One up top, one up top, one up top.
Might be one behind
Two
me.
up top, two up top. He's pushing you already.
Down, get it. Get a knee. Get a knee.
One's underpass, quads.
Run back, run back.
You can be down.
Get out, get out, get out, get out.
I'm capping
Our
quick.
flank, our flank.
Capping
Yeah,
quick.
our line, guys, our line.
Revive me.
Hey, push the button.
Oh, I'm dead.
Have up top.
Push the button if you can.
You have up
I
top.
went cut, guys.
Middle.
I'm going wide left on that guy.
Nice one, control. Push the control if you can.
On the mark, behind you already. Listen, nigga.
Down.
Oh my god.
I'm behind Excels.
Nobody can get the kill on me. They're capping E.
Too hurt. Already listen, bro.
Yeah,
Orbi's
I know.
dead.
I'm worried about 2 control.
I know.
Up to 7.
Oh, you got it.
Yo, right there, yo, Jamie, don't go to them. Don't go to them, baby. It's a 1v1 for that hill.
It was. What do you mean? It was a fire.
I know, but you deadass just completely left.
And Blaze, one of the things I mentioned before this game even started, has Envy been able to regain their composure after that tough loss against Optic Gaming in the winners bracket final? I mentioned as well in map number 2 when we went to a listening, it seemed like confusion, players not on the same page, and that is exactly what we just heard again from Team Envyus.
You know, I feel like Team Envyus focuses so much on Optic Gaming, and they feel like that's the only team that should be able to contest with them, that when other teams start to put some pressure on them, it really takes them out of their element, because they're like, why is this even happening? I feel like, you know, we're gonna see going forward here, because this Bot Empire squad, they were hot. They got 2 W's under their belt already today. They're looking for a 3rd here. They're looking to go to those grand finals.
And Team Envy dropped that boom shot up top. Bear in mind, that's not something they've been consistently winning, and they're now going to use numbers to their advantage potentially, but Bot Empire may react as well in sorts. Excel with the first pick there on Solas. Numbers advantage already in favor of Bot Empire, but through the smoke, Fraser's able to pick up 2. Speedy responds with a pick of his own ribs. He's going to go down as well. Soto will walk away with the boom shot, and because of that, he is easily going to be able to control this D hill, potentially even that E hill as well. Of course, just the second round here of the second half, so 12-second respawn's not going to be too long, but Bot Empire is already at map point.
Yeah, praise.
They're trip capping. Domination is coming through. Bear in mind, Solar can defensively make the play. Soto, no! I can't believe it. The trip cap comes through, and Bot Empire will take map number 1 of the losers bracket final. And boy, oh boy, did they just read that like a book.
Oh man, you know what I love about this matchup? I love Crash. I love Crash coming back to fruition. You know, he used to be on that Optic squad back in the day. He was playing with those boys out there with Glory, you know. Him and Soto, and he's looking to climb back to the top and be here with these guys.
I mean, for Soto, you're sat playing against the team that just dropped you. You have a chance to knock them out of the tournament, and you're 1-0 up. You just need one more map and you get that sweet, sweet revenge. I think that may be when we get to see that emotion really kind of pour out of Soto. He was very contained, as we mentioned.
I think he's waiting for it. I think he won an event if he gets this. This is his grand final in his eyes.
It really is. That sweet, sweet revenge. Obviously, yeah, you want to be up the game, but this is that
boy's grand final.
I feel like right now, Soto is just sat there and he's like, okay, I need to stay calm. I need to stay calm. You're going to get excited in these moments, though. You're so close to achieving that goal.
You know what? And I remember talking to Soto. You know, I asked him, you know, what kind of hurt the most out of that Envyus drop? And he was like, it wasn't so much about the team. He said, don't get him wrong, like, he loved these guys. You know, he always traveled with them. But he said he was going to miss the org the most, okay? The best esports org out there. He said he was going to miss the org the most.
I mean, Team Envyus just won Esports Organization of the Year.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they're a fantastic org to definitely play under and work within as well in the management aspect. But, you know, for him, he is looking for that revenge, and it's so close. It is right in front of him. All he needs to do now is win one more map. But you talk about this Bot Empire squad as a whole. Of course, it isn't just Soto, despite that being one of the big storylines coming into the event. Every single one of these guys has been playing phenomenal. I mean, we got a good insight as well into kind of Excel's leadership there when he was calling those shots when we went to that listening. That was a wonderful thing to hear.
You know what? These guys almost need to just give a thank you to NRG, Vex Gaming, and Envyus.
Send them thank you
without those guys, this team is informed here. Okay, this team,
So
this
true.
team is impossible. They're not going to be here in the losers finals because they would have been elsewhere. But this team meshes. It's a good combination. Just the individual skill alone across the board, and Excel's leading these guys. And you know what? We were saying before, you know, Soto's kind of a, you know, someone saying a leader. He says, hey, no, this is Excel, okay?
Right.
He
He's
calls
the
the
in-game
shots,
leader.
all right?
He is the in-game
I'm the emotional guy. He is the in-game leader. We do what he says. And I said it before. I say it again. You know, Excel's finally has 4 players that will follow him into battle 100%.
And look what's happened. They find themselves top 3, 1 map away from top 2, and in the grand finals against Optic Gaming. Heading into map number 2, though, we're going to Foundation. Of course, this was the map Optic Gaming dominated Envyus on. It's Bot Empire's pick as well. Envyus's backs are now and truly against the wall. Will they fight back, or are their heads just maybe a little too low?
And we're going to find out all on this map. Going to take a look at the overhead map. Blow it up in the chat. Who you want to win out there? Bot Empire, Team Envyus. Make some noise in the crowd for these guys. We're going to be on board here with Toy Soldier. Toy, he's going to be pushing out here. Solar's picking up a kill. He's going to get a 2nd kill. A 3rd kill as well.
Right.
Toy making plays happen. Him and his teammate, they will get control over this neutral point, and they're already playing for the domination. 2 members already up on top of the hill. They're knocking on Bot Empire's door.
And this was the immediate reaction Team Envyus needed. They could not allow Bot Empire to control the pace of this game. Already, as you mentioned, pushing for the trip cap. Unfortunately, those Solars will fall to Excels. That cleans him up, and Bot Empire, for now at least, stay alive.
Yeah, they got to be a little bit quicker than that. You know, once you pick up those 3 kills, you got to already have players over there. You know, the domination is possible. We see Optic do it all the time. They tried to do it. Franchise picking up a defining kill there. He goes down. Lots of crossfire coming in. Bot Empire looking to cap this hill.
And they immediately get control. Did you see how quick that was? Just so swift. They just dip straight down towards B, and Franz left by himself. He's outnumbered in a 1v3, and Bot now have map control.
You know what? I gotta give some credit to Bot Empire's coach. You gotta give some credit here to Jovan, because you gotta ask. You know, Soto is an emotional leader for this team, but also he's an emotional leader as well. Always keeping his teammates hyped, making sure that they stay focused, making sure that they don't let rounds get to them. They have a good combination of a 6-man squad. You have to give them credit as a 6-man team.
Absolutely. Toy, though, is going to shut down Crash Praise as well with a pick on Fragate. So almost deja vu from the beginning of the round. They will be able to get control of B. Are they going to push over towards C? 3 players dead. It looks for now as Envy, you're just going to kind of play this one a little passive. And, you know, going back to what Fran said in that pre-game interview, they weren't playing their game. And right now, I feel Envy, they're not playing the same way they've been playing all tournament. They're not being aggressive.
And so here we go. Team Envyus are looking like they're trying to decide what they want to do. Gonna put some pressure down low. Praise looking to take a few defining 1v1s here. He's gonna push across. That's gonna be a good kill for him. He's gonna turn around. He wants the 2nd one. He picks up a double there, and he pushing in. Can he get the triple? And he helps Solar out there with the assist. And now he already knows what he needs to do. He needs to overextend right here. 3 members down. He knows that 1 is gonna be on respawn. He's there. Here comes Soto to defend his home hill. Praise. Can he get the next one? No. Soto has something to say about that. He's locking it down right there, and now he's pushing for the 1v1. Can he lock it up for his team right here and seal out this win?
Bear in mind, though, that Sea Hill still was neutral. Finally, Excels is going to shut down Ribs as well. They're going to need a trip cap, though. Bot Empire, it's not gone too well there, as Envyus look to just control 1 hill. That's all they need. A hill will be taken now. Is anyone from Bot Empire over towards B? I mean, if they would win a round like this would be drastic for Team Envyus. The B hill is being capped. Surely not Ribs. He's going to fall as well. The kill feed all in Bot Empire's favor. The C hill, though, that is being capped, but that's going to be stopped as well. Surely Bot Empire don't do it to them. The trip cap coming in, and that's going to be heartbreaking. No, it's broken. It's capped.
They did it.
Bot Empire, an unbelievable comeback in that round. That was 100% Team Envyus's. They had it on a plate, and you see Soto ironically being the one to say, no, don't look at them. Don't look at them, look at us. Let's hype ourselves up. An unbelievable comeback from them.
I wanted to hit this Soto here.
Look at Franchise's face.
First match.
Look at Franchise's face. He is mad. That is not a round you lose. That was Envyus's on a plate. It was literally on a plate.
So I remember having a coach with Ryan, their coach, because I was talking about how I want to say they embarrassed Vex in that first matchup with some of those when Vex had 207, and they like they were going to come out and win, and then Team Envyus came out and somehow beat them when it was 3 points away from winning. Ryan said that happens to them a lot. You know, somehow being close to winning, and the next thing you know, they just get dominated. It's a breakdown somewhere in the team.
I feel it has to be communication, surely, because that's what you see some of the best teams in the game. You go back to Team Revenge from last minute. It was whoever called the shot. They just went with it and it worked. Essentially, that's what it can come down to. But Bot Empire with a steal of a round here in round number 1, and you have to think Envy did so well to kind of get themselves back, get themselves motivated, get themselves pumped up. But once again, that's just going to be deflating. It's going to be so frustrating for them not to be able to really control the tempo, and you can already see Bot Empire, they've come out in this round, they're in full control, they're already pushing for the trip cap. This is really going to be salt in the wound for Team Envyus.
And here we go, the trip cap possibly coming in here. Toy, can he stop it? He has something to say. He picks up 1, he gets help. He's gonna overextend.
Toy! 2. Toy! Oh, would have been impressive, but he did buy his teammates enough time.
It's the man himself. It's Speedy. He goes down there to Franchise. So Toy and Franchise lock that down. They're gonna control this point. B-Hill is being capped here by Team Envyus. They're down by a good 30 points or so, and they're gonna have to start thinking about this next push, but Bot Empire is not gonna give them time to think, gonna give these guys time to recuperate here. And Bot Empire, they know exactly what they wanna do. Smokes are gonna be out. When smokes are gonna be out, that's when we start to see our push here, folks. And we're gonna see Bot Empire push here, get control over the middle of the map. Here comes Solars on the flank. Praise picking up a kill. Solars looking to try to assist and get another one. That's Praise. He's gonna get one as well. And now Team Envyus is already thinking about that 3 cap.
Yep, and that's exactly what you need to do. Pressure on the C hill. However, the kills all go in Envy's favor. They're on the A hill. Excels is going to be pushing it. Will he get around the corner in time? That's going to be the question. He does buy his teammates a little bit of time. In comes another push, but Solar's too easy. The player's just rolling in. Speedy now. Can he try and make a clutch play? Not going to happen. But somehow Bot Empire is still alive. Now they have number 2 versus 2. But that should be good. Envyus with the trip cap, and they will level it up 1 round apiece.
There you go, Team Envyus coming back, taking out that domination. That was the round that they needed. You know, they couldn't go down 0-2 rounds, especially after that first one, which was theirs. They're going to have to shake that one off. They're going to have their coach there in the ear to say, hey, guys, you guys got to focus up, shake off that last L.
And Envyus definitely looking the better of the 2 teams here in map number 2, especially considering map number 1 was fully under their control. It really was. That break-off just seems significantly better than Bot Empire here in the first half. We'll see if they can try and continue that through, though, and level up this best of 3. Of course, as it stands, Envy are down 1-0. It was Bot Empire that won the first map.
You know, you see a lot more team fire with these 2 teams. In this Markska, if it goes down, Markska, if it goes down, okay? A lot of people try to correct me on that one, coming after my country accent out here, okay? And so it's actually going to go down here, and so Excels. He, you know, he does a lot of support for this squad, and I want to say he is going to be the one picking it up, but that weapon, it just does so much damage long range. It's almost like a miniature sniper rifle. You can also pick up headshots across the map as well.
All right, well, jumping into round number 3, a look at our overhead. And jumping straight to the action, we're going to be on board with Praised. The A hill already in Team Envyus' control. C hill, of course, will go to Bot Empire, that being their home hills. The real gunfights are going to be over towards B, and we do have a very small lead simply because they were able to cap that home hill a little quicker, but we're going to be on board still with Praised as he was trying to make something happen. Over to Franchise's perspective, he shut down Crash. So early advantage to Envy, but unfortunately, they didn't get those kills within the B hill.
And so Franchise goes down right here solo with the good team fire. They're going to try to get the double down. Praise full red, Fran full red. They managed to slither away right there, trying to stay alive. Praise on aggressive. Solar picks up a kill as well. And now 2 heals are going to be capped here by Bot Empire. And they're going to back up here. Ribs, that was a good kill. He needed to pick that one up there.
And this is so much better from Team Envyus. It really is. You're seeing the aggression that you heard Franchise kind of talk about here. They have the last player pinned in no man's land. That's another trip cap for Team Envyus. And they are now playing with that fire in their belly.
This is still going to be a dog fight right here. You know, one more round and, you know, Bot Empire is in it. I'm pretty sure Excels is coming up with a good strategy for these guys here. And I'm pretty sure Excels is coming up with a good strategy right here for these guys. And what does he want to do here? Does he want to put something down here to kind of force this fight out here?
I mean, what if you're Team Envyus? I mean, what do you expect to come through from that weapon placement? I mean, the M-bar would be interesting. I mean, for a bot, you're not really winning these opening rounds, right? So you want to put something down. Is it going to be the M-bar? Is that realistically the solution here?
I think it might be. Yes, it will. So the M-bar is a good choice. Nice, safe weapon right here. And I think we still will see a good 4v4 fight over here. Now, you know, one of the differences, especially with this team, especially what Optic Gaming did, Optic Gaming would have made sure that they placed a pair of nades there to assist themselves in that fight, especially if they haven't any difficulties with it. And we saw the block right there, and that was a block from Team Envyus. They didn't want any nades in that situation. They already know, you know, probably kind of pulling out some of their counter strats for Optic Gaming.
Smoke's already on that B hill. C hill will be controlled, and you can see the Bot Empire, they neglected their home hill. They didn't want to cap it. They wanted to make sure they get control of that B hill, and of course the Ember. Early kills being traded left and right. Franchise looks as if he may go down there. It was Soto that cleaned him up. Now it's down to Toy Soldier, essentially. Has himself a 1v1, trying to potentially try and pick this up. Of course, as it stands, Envy, the only team currently getting points. Finally, someone off spawn from Bot Empire will cap the A hill, but that B hill still down.
Soto did a good job here, resetting, not taking a fight that he didn't need to, calling for help from his teammate, and they're gonna have to push Toy out of here soon. Toy trying to sneak away with a kill here, but he's full rate. He's gonna have to back out. He's gonna get help, and now Praise chasing down that knee shield. He goes down. 3 members here from Bot Empire picking up kills here. They actually acquired 2 of these kills, and Toy trying to hold off. He rejoins the fight here. 1v2 situation. Can he slither away once again? And he's gonna actually find some cover, but the team fire from Bot Empire playing it smart, taking it wide, making sure they secure this kill.
And a 16-second respawn. Toy just trying to do everything he can to buy his teammates some time, and that's a big win for Franchise. Does not allow Bot Empire to apply that pressure. Bear in mind, a neutral there on that home hill would have massively decreased the lead that Envy had already been able to build.
And so Franchise, he's gonna get a little aggressive here, knowing that his team may have to play for this home hill very soon. And so now he's going to be holding off, pushing up with his teammates a little bit. And so we're going to have Bot Empire. They're going to be on the defensive. They know what Envyus wants to do. They see the smokes coming out. They're getting ready for it. Frag Out is in position with the M-bar, looking to make a play for his team.
Crowd getting a little noisy out there. I know Fallout is trying to poke the bear of the crowd, that's for sure. Toy does pick up 2. Crash responds with 2 of his own, though. He's going to lock down that B hill. Meanwhile, Envy have overextended towards A, though. So they will keep that 2-1 advantage. And once again, start to build themselves a little bit of a lead. But Bot Empire is so good at breaking that setup. Of course, Frag Out has the M-bar, struggling to connect with shots on Franchise, who now has the ability to just kind of roll away here, but does get chunked.
And so Fran is taking a lot of damage. That M-bar has so much kick to it. You get hit with that, you're about 4-pointed right off the jump. And so Frag Out, he's going to rotate here with the rest of the squad. They are going to be down here in points, but they're also going to lose this 2 cap as well. Somebody is at their home hill, and Franchise has came back again, wants some static. He's going to get help there from Praise. So him and Praise out here, but we will see this cap. Fran, a little indecisive. Does he want this fight? He's going to push in here.
I love this play from Fran, just continuously neutralizing the hill, not allowing Bot Empire any moments to breathe. They're going to cap it. They're not necessarily even playing for the trip cap as it stands. They're just playing to completely throttle out Bot Empire, not allowing any points, and Fran's going to chase it. He's going to find Frag Out as well. The C hill will be taken back, but Fran doing a wonderful job. Needs to be careful, he doesn't get trip capped here, though. He is in no man's land. He's the only player really that could contest B. He gets there in time, but Bot Empire continuously knocking on the door.
And Bot Empire is here. Their home hill is in jeopardy. Actually, no, their home hill is going to be okay. That's going to be a cross map at A. But Team Envyus is going to lose B. That's Crash. He went down and locked that down. And he's going to get that M-bar. Oh, the 4-pointed there on Ribs. Ribs committed to that.
Oh, they didn't cap B. That's so unfortunate. Not going to be fully capped. That may have been the answer Bot Empire needed, but Envy will spring into life. They'll get a 2-1 hill advantage and just 10 points away now from the victory. They are applying pressure on A as well. A wonderful round coming from them. And you talk about map number 2.
They're all being decapped.
All Team Envyus. Nah, they should be good. There's no way they throw this round away, surely. I mean, it's happened once, but no, not going to happen again. Envyus, 3 rounds to 1 in the lead. And what's the big difference here between map number 1 and map number 2?
You know, Team Envyus, just a lot of confidence here. And you know what? I want to see Bot Empire take some more chances. When they played against Optic on this map, it went 7-6. It was a dogfight. So they have 2 more rounds here in the later half of this map. They can definitely force some fights. They need to come out with this big fight here in the middle of the map for this M-bar and be very, very aggressive here. They play fast. I think if they can slay again early on in these rounds, they can definitely come out with a domination.
Well, Instant Grenade's going to be placed down by Bot Empire up towards top statue. I mean, is that an attempt for them to kind of relieve a little bit of pressure over towards the B hill, the opening break, something they haven't really been winning?
You know what? They can also use those instants to make a play for both home hills and kind of disregard B, but not sure if they want to actually give up that M-bar. And I actually don't think that they want to. No, they definitely don't. They're going to be putting a lot of resources over there to make sure that they get it. And Crash, as we said before, this time he's going to be patient, make sure he supports his teammates. They're going to be able to pick that up. They're going to get control of that. But, you know, Envyus, they knew that they not lost that initial fight. Toy was able to get those insights. Here comes the quick flank. Crash taking him out, reviving his teammate. And he didn't even clean up that kill. Here comes the instant. That instant is going to be a little bit short, not able to direct hit anybody. Toy
doesn't matter.
with another kill. He goes down finally. The domination may be inevitable across map. Solars picks up the kill to save his team.
That would have been such a sick Ember shot, but Franchise, look at him. So sneaky, so good at rotating when he needs to. He's going to cap that A hill and keep Team Envyus alive for now. Does have teammates in support, so Envyus, they're going to have to reset here. But Bot Empire, we're seconds away from winning this round.
So they have the M-bar, and now they can see the push before it comes. They can react to this. They should be fine playing the 2-cap. They just need to make sure they call out numbers at all costs. And if I'm Team Envyus, I'm thinking I'm going to be playing for Bot Empire's home hill.
Couple of shots from Speedy, not going to connect. And of course, as you mentioned, if Envy do rotate towards that home hill, it'll just kind of relieve a little bit of pressure, potentially allow them to collapse back onto that B hill on board with Toy Soldier right now. And he's going to be pretty weak. He will also fall solo as well. Was able to pick up Crash though, and that's going to be essentially a trade. But the kills seem to be being completely traded as Praise and Franchise respond with 2 of their own. Now can Envy spring into life? The B hill is being capped. Can they touch the C hill though? That's the question. They decide to try and chase out Soto here. Soto's in a bad position. They could theoretically have just jumped on that C hill.
Soto managed to get away right there and live the fight another day, and that was a good move by him. So now he can rejoin his fight while the rest of his teammates are on respawn. They don't have control over any hill, and their C hill is being capped. It's gonna be, I think it's gonna be a fight over there at B, but Excels, he makes it here, so they will get control over this hill. They are going to get these points, and they have a few members down, at least 2 or 3 members down, so now they're going to push across and get this home hill.
And that was such a good play from Soto. He essentially baited out 2 players of Envyus to kind of chase him for a little bit, bought his teammates some time. Because of that, but Empire is still in this round. They're going to get A and C under their belts. B will be in the control of Team Envy, so we're going to be on board with Crash as he waits for Envy to try and assault their home hill. Meanwhile, Envy, they are going to grab Empire's home hill. Can Crash find at least 1 pick here? It would have been big. Not going to happen. Franchise and Praise both able to clean out a couple kills. Now the trip cap could come in for Team Envyus. It's looking good, and that will be that. They secure their 4th round here in map number 2.
This was a good first half. That first map was Team Envyus's map. The first map was Team Envyus's map. And so now Bot Empire are here, and they are down 4-1. But as we've seen before, these guys have, they've been in these close battles. They have fought these close battles.
There is a Soto chant breaking out in the crowd. There was an Envy chant, and the Bot fans, they replied with a Soto chant. Gotta love it.
You know, you got some players out there, they rooting for that Cinderella story there, man.
I mean, think about it from a player's perspective. If you got dropped wearing full Envy attire, and then you're playing against them, you can knock them out. As a player, would you not want to see that player win?
Oh yeah, no, you definitely do.
Exactly. Soto with some big support here at MLG Columbus, but as it stands, Envy looking good to secure map number 2 and once again book themselves a ticket into the grand final. Of course, if they were able to level it up, they would have to win map number 3 as well. But this is a completely different Team Envyus than we saw in map number 1. It really is. It's a parallel difference, and right now, Bot Empire, they need to win this. You know, they can't afford to go into the half at 5-1 down. That's just not going to be a good look.
I definitely agree with you right there, and hopefully those frag grenades can help him out. Excels picks up a kill, 4v4 situation, but Praise somehow managed to get a double kill, and now that is actually going to be a 3v2, I believe. 3v2, yep, going in favor of Team Envyus. Excel on the defensive. Oh, the headshot across map.
Can he find one more? He's being rushed. It's going to be Praise. Oh,
he's trying to do it to him. He's trying to do it to him.
Do it to him. Why not Excels? Been playing
the back A is about to come out right here. And that's going to be a 1v1 Excels versus Praise. He's managed to get out of here. And he gets help from his teammate. Praise actually goes down.
Both players down. They both got that crossfire for the teammate. Solar's is going to run immediately up, though. He goes for the meat shield. That's going to be Soto,
he's gonna get
who has
the
to make the play. Soto, fantastic stuff from him. He shuts down Solar's, and just like that, Bot Empire could spring into action. Envy desperately trying to defend the B hill. They don't even have it under their own control, but they cannot allow Soto to cap it. That would be the round. Meanwhile, the pressure comes in for mid-map. Toy Soldier now has to go big. 20-second respawns. Do bear that in mind. But Envy, off spawn, will secure their home hill once again.
Come back down here and rejoin his fight here with the rest of his teammates so they can get control over B. You're going to see that support fire from him across map, trying to get Toy Soldier down. And we're going to have 3 Team Envyus members down here. And they will be in position to contend for this hill, but Bot Empire, they're going to be mid-map. It's going to be a big fight there, mid-map on a statue, and Franchise picking up 2 headshots mid-map, and Excels gets a kill as well here. So Envyus is fighting back here. They are down 40 points, and they already know that they need to start making plays for this domination.
And you see Franchise immediately put the pressure over towards A. Fragout's gonna have to go big, but through the smoke, he runs into a wild Franchise, and that should be a cap for the A-Hill. C is also going in favor of Team Envyus. This is a real statement of a first half. Envy seconds away from going up 5-1. Franchise pushes out, but he will fall. Speedy picks up the kill, and for now, Bot Empire stay alive.
Key kill right there by Speedy. And now Soto is on the defensive here. He's just trying to hold off this home hill. And but Toy and Praise, they have something to say about that. Almost getting away. He actually may get away right here.
Wow.
Okay, that was good movement. Good movement. It looked like just somebody had to be missing some Lancer shots over there. Whoever was supporting Toy. And you see that Marston, you can hear that kick, putting some shots in, forcing those Team Envyus players to retreat. And now Excels is eyeing down the middle of the map, looking like he wants to fight here, but here comes the Incense, taking out Frag out, and he goes down. Toy, he sees his next target. He knows he has help from his teammate. That M-bar is on the respawn. But hey, as Team Envyus is trying to fight this 2v2, their home hill is in jeopardy. Speedy picking up kill on Franchise as well here. So what can they do? Bot Empire, they're losing control over all the hills that they have. They regain control over their home hill. They have to fight for B. They need to win this, and Soto picks up that kill. They need to go forward. Key 1v1 here. They need to get this 2v1 in the up A. Is not gonna come out. They're going to get that kill, but they traded off. They need both players to stay alive there.
Meanwhile, over at A, Fragout, he is going to secure that B hill. Now going to go back over towards Bot Empire, and Bot Empire do have the lead here in the last round of the first half, but it's a very, very small one. Couple of seconds is all. The A hill, that's going to be under contention. Fragout is going to pick up the kill on Solars. Number advantage just going back and forth, just consistent trades between both these two. I mean, it couldn't be any closer. A 4-point game with not that long to go. And now if you're Bot Empire, you need to hold this 2-1. You may actually want to consider overextending. But the kills come in favor. This could be big for Bot Empire now. If they want to spring into life, they can. Soto still defending that B hill with the M-bar. It seems for now that Bot Empire don't want to maybe be too aggressive here. They seem more than happy to kind of sit on this one hill. One hill will do it for them as Envy have overextended towards the A hill. They need to win these gunfights over a B though, Blaze.
They need to not put themselves in positions where they can get one-shotted like that. And Excels picked up the kill. This is a one-cap situation. They knew it. Yep. They want to defend B at all costs, and they do that. And they're going to go 4-2 here in the first half.
And let's go back a little bit into right about the 60-second mark of that round. Speedy picks up that massive kill on Franchise. Envy were seconds away from winning that round. Speedy clutches up, and because of that, Bot now going to the half, 4-2 down. This, of course, was kind of a mirror of what happened in the first half, or the first match, I should say. Of course, though, it was Team Bot that actually had that 4-2 advantage. So this time, Bot Empire, they're going to be fighting from a different side of the coin, so to speak. Do you think they have what it takes, though, to come back into this map, too?
Oh, yeah, I think they can. These hills are going to be flipped. We're going to see a few different strategies here. Now, the team fight is going to go across map towards the statue as they fight for the neutral point. Franchise breaking ice. The two team leaders going at it right there. Him coming out on top. Praise picks up a kill as well. 10-second respawn, folks. So these rounds will be a little bit more chaotic. Speedy is taking his wide angle, and he's actually going to be sought out right here. He's going to be caught not in a good position, not able to get around that corner, so they're going to actually kill him. So now Team Envyus has 2 of these hills captured, and it doesn't look like they're going to be aggressive.
Nope, don't necessarily need to in these early rounds, of course. First round of the second half, respawn delay back down to 10 seconds. As Solo's going to be on your screens for Team Envyus. Very, very weak. Tries to bounce. If he's able to pick up a kill, that would have been potentially worth, but you see Crash immediately trying to put pressure over towards D, but runs into Ribs, and Ribs is like, nah, man, you ain't winning that.
No, you definitely not winning that one.
This could be, I thought maybe a trick cap could have come through there, but that player, I believe it's Toy Soldier, just wisely backs away, recognizes just play numbers. That's all you need to do.
Oh, an
No,
accident.
I don't think meant to do that. Oh, no. Yeah, and he's going to go down.
Yeah, didn't mean to do that one right there, and he falls. So now, Bot Empire, they got a few, they see people across map, not worried too much about the neutral hill. Speedy wants to push across. He wants to get D. 2 kills going down right here. He knows that his teammate can make big plays. He has to win the 1v1 against Ribs. He puts a lot of damage. Ribs responds with the back A, and now he's going to get help from his teammate. But you see members of Bot Empire on the flank. Toy gets another kill on Frag out. So the duo that is forming of Ribs and Toy Soldier on this team is keeping Team Envyus right here in this round.
Excels, he's going to have to back away here. It doesn't need to be too overly aggressive, just has to try and defend that E-Hill. You know, they need to keep this 2-to-1 hill advantage to reduce that deficit. It's going to be around about 12 points as it stands. Nothing too crazy. Excels, though, with a couple of Envyus players in front of him, needs to pick up this.
Oh, that's 4 Envyus players.
Oh, they go completely collapsed upon. But you expect now someone from Bot Empire to overextend over towards that D-Hill. It has to come in soon. Oh, 4 Envyus players over there, but Franchise able to clean up Soto, and somehow that E-Hill has still been defended by Bot Empire. That is a miraculous defensive play.
No, it really is. You just saw 4 Team Envyus members there, and they have not got this hill yet. They won that 4v2, and now they're going to get it, but this game is going to be relatively tied here. They managed to cut the deficit, so Bot Empire, what do they want to do? And I think they already know. They say why Team Envyus members are trying to clean up the 1 or 2 people we have over there. Let's send an assault across map. Ribs ran right past the ball.
Yep, Ribs.
What a play.
What a great play, but now he's going to be running into frag out. He's like, oh, crap. Stuck in between so many Bot Empire players, so they're going to get both home hills, and that 2-to-1 advantage back in Bot Empire's favor. Now, do they choose to collapse on E, or do you want to try and control Envy's home hill? That's definitely an unreliable method of trying to go for the win, but the kills, that's definitely going to help.
They need
Crash
to send somebody, make sure they can defend
it.
the home hill, because you know that's exactly where Praise is going. Soto needs to call that one
Someone
out.
needs to go to E as well. If you send someone here towards E and you go for the neutralize, that's basically going to win you the game. You have the lead, 8 seconds left. Praise, will he be able to get there in time? Now you need to put pressure over towards the D hill as well. It's coming in, but no! Oh, that was milliseconds away from a potential trip
Now,
cap.
I'm telling you right now, that score of 4-3 look a lot better than 4-1.
Yeah, definitely does. Definitely does. 2 rounds back to back for Bot Empire, and now Envy. For me, this is an important round for them in terms of getting the control back in this game. You don't want to allow Bot Empire to kind of get themselves hyped, get that energy, so this weapon placement is crucially important.
So you gotta ask yourself, what do they want to do? Maybe something to defend the home hills. You put something down there at the Pistons. You can run a 4-man push across. You know, maybe play for the boom shot. Just play for both home hills there, yours and your opponents. Maybe.
I mean, Envy have been blocking a lot
but
for that first.
Envy doesn't do big risk like that. That's a Bot Empire play, and Envy's gonna put those nades down. If Bot Empire was to lose a round, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a boom shot where that B hill formerly was at the Pistons at the top of the map.
Okay, top statue. Keep our eyes out for that as it stands. Bot Empire stringing together a couple of rounds, bringing themselves back into map number 2. Of course, if you are just joining us, Bot Empire are 1-0 up here in this losers bracket final. Loser will go home. Winner advances to play up to gaming in our grand final. And of course, that's where you're competing for that big chunk of change, first place, and of course, a hell of a lot of pride.
Soto, 1v2 situation with his teammate, not able to clean that one up, but Praise comes in out of nowhere. Double kill happening. Praise full red. Speedy gets out of there. He's taking some shots from Praise, and that's going to be Franchise actually above him, and he's going to be capping his heal. He's going to get this double cap. Franchise looking to get aggressive here. Looking like he wants to fight this 1v1, but Speedy is very confident. He knows Franchise character. He knows he plays as Marcus, and Franchise is going to try to hawk him down, try to outplay him. He gets help. Good job waiting for his teammate, but both players will get teammates here in this fight, and who's going to come out with this win is evenly matched. And Franchise gets just enough help to come out there with that win.
Yeah, you saw both teammates kind of rotate around. They were both trying to bait each other in, and the assists came in from their teammates, but Fran able to win that 1v1 under the shelter of that bridge. And now, as kind of the storm does settle down a little bit, E and F hill will be controlled by Team Envyus. Now about to take the lead, but admittedly a fragile one with just over 60 seconds gone in this round. Bot Empire only controlling their home.
Team Envyus, they are throwing a lot of their marbles in his basket to get control over this E. And smart plays right here by Bot Empire, not capping E, making sure that they pick up the kills first. They are going to lose their home hill in the process, so now Excels is going to push across. He wants to see if, hey, can I get their home hill?
Yep.
And now he's just going to drop back to play the defensive, but I don't know if I agree with this angle. He's going to get trapped right here. They're going to make a sandwich with him. He had players on both sides right there. Both of those hills are capped.
He had to know that he had players there. He sold Fran, and he just lost his home hill, and that was maybe a little bit too aggressive there, trying to go for that flank, and maybe a little bit of a hero play. Envy, though, still with DNF under their control, and about a 20-point lead as it stands for Bot Empire. They're still controlling that mid-neutral hill. They just now need to get that wave of kills and retake map control.
And so you just need to, you have a decent cushion where you just need to wait for your teammates to respawn and get your home hill, and they're fighting for it across map. As you see, that D hill is constantly changing here. Ribs trying to stay alive, and they're going to opt to back out of here. So as soon as these guys back out, you know that they're going to try to make a push for E. And so kills being picked up. Ribs with the Lancer fire, and he's going to actually get it down here. Double down, actually, picking up 2 kills. Good job there by Ribs, but now trying to close the gap. You're going to have to see Bot Empire. Actually, they can. They might. It's going to close game on a 2-cap.
It could be. I don't think they'll be able to win it on a 2-cap. I think they do need to keep one neutralized, but the problem is, Envy, they've already rotated over towards E. They're going to be able to lock that down. F-Hill, if it stays neutral, it's good for Team Envy. They don't even need to really apply too much pressure. You want to have one player lingering, though, just in case. Envy now, it's just a time game. The kills coming in their favor. That pretty much should seal the deal. Unless somehow Bot Empire get over towards E. Oh my god, they are. They're at E. F-Hill is being taken as well. This could be the turn. They could be the complete turnaround. He killed his teammate. Franchise with the big on Ribs now. It's going to be another Toy Soldier. I can't believe Envy are throwing this one away. Toy has to go big. Picks up Soto. Is he going to be able to get the pick as well? Toy Soldier, you absolute animal.
But it's too little too late, Benson. Look at the score.
No.
And Bot Empire are going to tie this up.
I can't believe it. How do you throw that round away if you're Team Envyus?
Man, oh man, oh man.
That's the second round they've thrown away.
Oh, that's affecting that team chemistry. You see it on the face. It's like,
look at his face. How? What just happened? Toy nearly made an unbelievable play, but the score just kind of got away from them a little bit there. And Bot Empire have tied up the
was
game.
Done before Toy Soldier can clutch it up. All right here, Team Envyus.
I'm speechless.
What you gonna do?
I'm speechless, guy.
3 straight losses right here. This is going to be a defining weapon placement. Maybe a safe pick here. They're going to opt to block. Okay, they're going to block both those weapon spawns. That's going to be on top of the home hills. Not giving out no free weapons to anybody. You're going to have to earn them.
I can't believe that just happened.
Man,
that's the second round Envy have thrown away like that. At what point you kind of go back to the drawing board and say, what the hell is going on? Why are we losing rounds when we should have the wins? And, vice versa for Bot Empire. They're going to have so much momentum now going into the rest of this match.
4-man fight, and Praise is going to push through. Good epee. He's going to overextend right here. He's going to pick up a kill. He's trying to come on the flank. He's trying to make sure that nobody sees him. Going to help his teammates out. They're going to double fire Excels right here, but you see Soto on the flank of his own. Franchise knows it. He gets behind Praise and says, protect me. They're coming after me. Save me. And Praise is on assault here. He's going to pick up a kill. Team Envyus with the double cap. The possible domination coming in for him. Can't Crash do anything about it, but the double nade will neutralize this. And here comes his teammate. Speedy will cap this on the edge.
Once again, Envyus with a team kill essentially come through. Speedy, though, he will capture it for Bot Empire. And somehow Bot Empire stay alive. And could this be another one of those moments we look back at and say, hey, Envy had the opportunity to go for the trip cap, Bot Empire stayed alive. And essentially, if they win this round, again, you have to look at it as Envy saying, they threw away a potential chance there of going for that trip cap domination and winning. However, as it stands, though, it is Envy's control. It's their game to lose as it stands. 30-point advantage, D and E under their control. A full setup has been locked in.
Play for home hills right
14-second respawn delay as well.
Oh, here comes that execution style of gameplay. Now we're going to see Bot Empire formulate this push. I'm going for home hills. You know, you got to get...
That's what they're doing. Yep. They push past through fountains. They're going down low. If they're able to win this first gunfight, that's going to be massive. But Praise is going to win it. Says, I don't think so.
Drag out, his timing was off. His timing was off right there. Didn't have the help of his teammates. Kind of ran blindly until a 1v2 there. And Franchise is going to pick up another kill as well. Team Envyus knows that they had the numbers. This is going to be a good fight, but he goes down. But here comes the help to revive. The team fire from Team Envyus. They're going to pick up that kill. 4v3 in favor of Team Envyus. And now Bot Empire going to throw that smoke screen, drop back, opt to take the 1v2 and go for the home hills. But Praise, the man himself, what is he going to do? He's going to push back here. He's taking a lot of damage. He's going to slither away from right here. And another kill being picked up there by Ribs. Praise, they're alive. He is just being annoying for these guys.
That's so frustrating. He managed to escape past 3, even 4 Bot Empire players. Now he tracks back towards that F-hill, trying to cap it. A 1v1 if he wins this, then that is going to be an unbelievable play. But once again, the trip guy could come through. Now Praise has to spring into action. He needs to touch the hill. Touch the hill. He gets it. 1v1. It's going to be won by Frag Out. More players from Team Envyus blitzing over towards the hills. Can Ribs get it? Yes, he can. He finds the pick on Crash, and I believe Solus is going to be able to res him. You look at the lead, 171 to 146, but D's neutral once again. In comes Bot Empire.
1v2. We've seen him in this position before.
Just neutralize it.
He's on the defensive.
Oh, so close. But look at the score, though. Look at the score. A 2-1 advantage for Bot Empire would be enough. It would be enough for them to get this game to 210 points. They are massively whittling down that lead. Envy know it. They try to bring it to life over towards E. It's a completely tied game. 183 to 183 at the exact same time. The E-Hill, though, is it going to be won by Envy? Yes, it is. Now, Bot Empire, you need to make a play.
Oh, right here, Solars is locking it down right here on this hill. They're coming out with a slight lead. The double cap may try to come across map, but they have to play for E. Excels picking up a kill, and Team Envyus coming out by the skin of their teeth.
5-4 now, the advantage for them, but I mean, these rounds are so unbelievably close. Back and forth action here in our losers bracket final, and Franchise face like steel right there. No emotion whatsoever to be shown. Now, Bot Empire, we talked about what do they do on weapon placement. Now do you just drop a boom?
They're going to put something to play for these home hills. They're going to play for both of these home hills. Okay, they're going to use the same strategy they used against Optic. Watch, wait for it. It's coming. They're going to give them something. There we go. Incense. This is going to be fine. This is an okay placement here.
All right. Instant grenades now on the map. Look at the scoreboard. Franchise with 27 kills. Praise with 26. Solus 24. Toy with 25. Ribs with 20. I mean, that's an even split pretty much in terms of the kill column. Everyone chipping in, trying to drag themselves to a map 3 here in this losers final. But Empire, though, I mean, they're just being a nuisance. They really are. And they are, of course, a couple of rounds now away from progressing to that grand final.
I think they're going to get the incense for free. Praise does have frag grenades. This neutral hill not going to be capped yet. Oh, Ribs got the incense, actually. So Team Envyus coming out with both nades. Wow. And going to break ice as well here.
That's 2 players dead. 18 seconds respawn delay. Or sorry, 16-second respawn delay, rather. I mean, those players from Bot Empire are going to be down for a while. Interesting breakout from Bot Empire. They didn't really control anything, and Envy get a lot for free, and that's going to be a trip cut. That was a very, very bizarre round, boys. Well, I guess it's still going on for now at least, but a very, very bizarre breakout if nothing else. I mean, the instant grenades are going to be used. Soto desperately trying to keep his team alive here. Somehow has managed to do so.
Oh,
Soto.
He has helped. Somehow you thought Team Envyus, you would have thought they would have won that round right here. And now Bot Empire has got a heal captain. They're on the aggression now. They're going to push forward here, looking to take out Solar. Solar's is full red. You hear the Soto chats in the crowd. Bot Empire being crossed from 2 different directions. They're the team fire. They're going to actually pick up 1 down. Team Envyus is backing up. They know that a little damage is done. They want to hold the 2 cap. Bot Empire needs to get on the same page.
And despite them having that 2-1 cap advantage, I don't feel safe for Team Envyus. There's something about the tempo of this game and the way things have been going. You just feel like at any moment Bot Empire could spring into life and potentially put you in a trip cap if they get those kills. And that could be the start. Crash with the pick on Praised. Meanwhile, Fragout has managed to rotate over towards E, has the support of a teammate. It looks good for them to control this one. It was momentarily a 4v4, but now they do have the numbers advantage. It's a 5v4 for a couple of seconds. Soto's going to clean up Ribs. Franchise replies, though, with a good trade and a good overextend as well coming in from Envy as they play for those home hills.
You know, Bot Empire really has no counter to Team Envyus coming out here and kind of taking their home hills. It was a smart block there by Team Envyus early on to kind of block those weapon placements over there. So making sure that, you know, it wasn't no free weapons to help them defend, no shot grenades, no incense. So Team Envyus is going to hold both these home hills now. Bot Empire, they need a trip cap now. It's now or never.
Don't throw this one away, Envy, please. Please, not again. Not like this. You have a huge lead, 80 points. D and F under your control. All you need to do is pick one, essentially, and just stack it if necessary.
Oh, the nades in the hand of Crash. He's going to open a pathway for him to get over here and get in the position that he wants to be in. He's full red, trying to get some back A's here on Solars. Oh, is he going to do it to him?
Oh, no. But meanwhile, D-Hill completely under Envyus' control, so it wouldn't have mattered either way. Envy walk away with that round, and they now put themselves at map point. 6-4 up.
Team Envyus, this is a round that they need. They need to come out here with this map. But we've seen beforehand, Bot Empire coming out of here and fighting these matches towards the end. What do they want to do? We know that this team likes to take risk. So what is going to be the risk over here on statue?
M-ball, maybe?
It's gonna be definitely a big power weapon. It won't be no nades. It's gonna be either M-bar or a boom shot. It's one of the 2.
Oh, they're taking their time here. Use that entire time period. The Envy chant breaks out. The Soto chant breaks out at the same time. The crowd definitely going to be split on who they want to come out on top of this one. As it stands, though, Envy are at map point. Of course, not match point. It would level it up. It was Bot Empire that won that first map. So pressure really on Envyus now to close this one.
Franchise, 30 kills on a squad.
I said earlier on when I was watching them against Optic Gaming, he's been unbelievable this event. I really think he's been a standout player for me in terms of just kind of, I feel like he never really gets the credit he deserves for a lot of stuff, and now he's slaying as well. Like, how many times do you expect to see him top slaying on the squad?
So now, Team Envyus has to defend his push. There's now something else there to fight for. That end bar is going to be in position. So Toy, he's going to have to fight the 1v1 against Speedy. Speedy gets aggressive. Knowing that Toy has some damage on him, they try to get the wide angle. The team fire comes out, but not enough to down Toy Soldier. But it will get them some position here, but not enough. Toy's going to actually opt to push back here in this fight, and we're going to see Bot Gaming push out of here. Toy not able to make that happen. He does trade with a kill, and this teammate goes down. So Team Envyus with the pinch there, picking up those kills.
And Praise has got his hands on that M-bar as well. Franchise was able to clean up Speedy, and this is looking good now for Team Envyus to close this one out. Are they going to be able to collapse on the F-hill? It doesn't look like it. They expected the aggression from Bot Empire coming across the map. Praise looking to clean up Frag Out, but Frag Out, he's actually been able to clean Ribs up, and Praise now kind of has to run away with his tail between his legs, has to back up. He has the support of a teammate, but they've completely given up their home hill. Meanwhile, Franchise is left waiting for players off spawn. Is he going to be able to get to the F-hill? I mean, he's in a pretty sticky situation. He's going to go down. Crash is going to clean him up, and with 18-second respawn delay, that's a fair few amount of Envy down for a while. Bot Empire should be able to retake map control completely here.
You know, they're calling out the members coming out of spawn. Team Envyus is trying to turtle a little bit towards this E hill before they can make a push, but most definitely their push is going to come there towards their home hill, which is going to be the F hill actually. So now, deciding what they want to do, they're using this time wisely, and I take that back, their home hill is going to be the D hill over there towards the left side. So using their time wisely, come up with a strategy. Nobody's in a position to stop it. Actually, I don't even think they're in a position to really push any one of these hills the way that Bot Empire is set up.
Bot Empire with a fantastic setup. Building themselves a little bit of a lead, 20 points as it stands. And finally, we may see ourselves some gunfights over towards the E-hill. As Toy Soldier does not obviously want to allow a trip cap to come through, and Bot Empire are sneaking all the way through. Pressure now could be on them, but it's going to be Excels who does go
He drew a lot of fire right there. He took a lot of Team Envyus' resources there, and now he's going to spawn up and get a little bit closer to his spawn to defend. But we see the assault here on the F. He's going to connect with that body shot. Team Envyus is going to push in here. You know, they got a lot of points off of that Solars with the double kill there. And look at E.
Look at E. An immediate wrap comes in from Bot Empire. They recognize they can give away Envy's home hill. They keep the 2-to-1 advantage. However, players are down. It's just Frag Out and Excels who are going to be up.
It's going to be perfect to defend this one right here. All they need is one hill.
They just need that one hill. And he tossed that. Envy, I think he tried to bait. Thinking that maybe he was going to jump straight onto the hill. He needs to go big here because they are losing that E hill.
The nades are already out. There's going to be members there. He brought his teammates enough time to get there. The self-detonation there with the Ensign, and Toy picks up another kill. Only one heal is needed by Bot Empire, and here comes the duel of Toy and Ribs. The hold off, but Excels goes down.
Oh my God, they're gonna do it. E-hill's gonna be capped. No, it's not, it's broken. But for how long is the question? Toy's gonna clean up Soto just like that. Envyus are gonna get it. Fantastic stuff from them. They bounce back. A 7-4 victory for them, and they force a map 3 here in the losers bracket final.
0-9. Game 3. Game 3.
How do you see that game 3 going, Guy? Obviously, game 1 was complete Bot Empire. You look, they won that one 7-2. Map 2, Envy able to edge out 7-4, obviously. I mean, for map 3, we're going all the way over to Dam. I mean, who does that favor?
Dam is going to be a brawl here. It's going to come down to a lot of team fights. You know, Dam, you know, 3 caps can happen a lot just based off of how close those hills are. You don't see those home hills swap at all either, but it's going to be a big brawl in that plat. And it's going to come to the 2 powerhouses of this team, Toy, Soldier, and Speedy, and see how they fight that out.
I'm excited for this one. Of course, Soto trying to get that revenge against his old squad, the Envy squad that dropped him when he was wearing full Envy attire. Pretty brutal, but so unbelievably close. Do you think maybe that was map 2, Bot Empire maybe got a little ahead of themselves there, and they started thinking about the gaming a little bit? Because I mean,
no, I definitely don't think they was thinking about that. Hey, they already said it early on that they have to play this one down to the end and see how they do. And they was mounting a comeback there when they tied it up 4-4. But Envyus, they just kind of kept their composure there going in there.
Impressive stuff.
Yeah, and so, but Bot Empire, they're not out of it. We've seen them before. They've won some of these matchups, you know, 2-1 here. They fall back. It's not over just yet.
Absolutely not, but we're going to that map number 3. Didn't really expect this, to be honest. I'm impressed. Envy, you know, you lose in winners bracket final, you get demolished by Optic Gaming. Then you lose the first map in losers. I mean, that is a real high pressure situation where you really need to kind of regain as a team. Especially we went to a listen-in. It didn't really seem that everything was clicking. So that is a massive, massive win for them. And there you see the players, I believe, they're just going to go take a quick minute, probably use the restrooms, kind of maybe get some tactics and strategies talked about. Oh, I love it. The wave. Fallout is out of control. Can we really, are we going to allow this? Are we going to allow Fallout to do stuff like this? I mean, has he always been like this? Has this been Fallout?
That's just who he is.
I don't know how you put up with him for so long.
Oh,
I'm kidding. We love Fallout.
We love him to death.
We really do. Obviously, he's out there hyping up the crowd as Envy going to take themselves a little bit of a break. And in terms of a tactical break, I like to call them tactical breaks, right?
Yeah.
What does that do if you're bot Empire? You've just lost that round. Now, of course, Envy walk off. You're left kind of saying, oh, crap, we just wanted to get into game 3. Does it have a mental effect?
Imagine if you're sharing a urinal next to the person who you're playing against at the same time, okay? Where it's like, what's up? Okay.
How you doing? Yo, remember when I killed you? Yeah. You remember that? When I destroyed you on that B hill?
You lock him in the bathroom stall?
Yeah, they have to forfeit, man. Where's their friend? I don't know where he is.
What's going on here?
Just disappeared. Who knows? But obviously, going into game number 3, damn. Is that a map that you've seen Envy particularly excel on? Or, I mean, we don't really see it that much. It always tends to be map number 3 in best of 3s. Does this favor Envy's playstyle here?
You know what? I think this map may actually favor more so Bot Empire's playstyle, to be honest with you.
Really?
I think when it comes down to these team fights, these brawls here, you know, we've seen before Toy Soldier going off on that platform. It's almost like his dojo. Just the walls are so close. His movement is so perfect. But I think this Bot Empire team is about to unify here once again and come out for this win.
Well, you see Bot still sat in their chairs for the moment. In fact, no, they've also they've left the stage as well at this point. They're saying, hey, Envy want a break? No. We're going to take our time as well. Of course, all of the Envyus squad have left. A couple of Bot Empire players still there. Of course, look at that trophy as well. Beautiful trophy. Tried lifting it up. It's pretty heavy.
No, it really
You probably won't struggle.
No, it really is heavy. Like even.
Oh, you struggled as well?
Even I struggled.
Okay, that makes you feel a little bit better about life.
Like you see how it's like kind of arced right there. You have to pick it up at the right angle, and plus the handles on the back are like, you know, they kind of thin.
It's kind of thin. You were scared of breaking it when you there a look at that.
It just doesn't feel good holding it.
It's absolutely beautiful, man. It will take all 5 players though to lift that bad boy up. And trust me on that. It's wonderful to see though. Fantastic look. I would love to have one of those in my bedroom. I wish we played. Did you hear why I did a Fallout, by the way?
No, what you do to him?
So obviously in Columbus we had that 3v3 casters match where obviously I beat you. I know, it sucks. But don't worry, I got revenge. I managed to knock Fallout out. Fallout, all the event has been saying sniping isn't viable. Sniping isn't viable, don't do it. So, you know, before the show went live, we were warming up and we were just messing around having a game. And I was like, yo, put the sniper down. You won't. He's like, you're not going to kill me with it. You're just not good enough. You're just never going to be able to kill me. Sniping is not viable in Gears of War 4. I was like, put it down. He was like, okay. He's like, I'm going to run at you. I'm just going to kill you. 2 seconds later, he's dead and he walks out the menu.
And, you know, I've noticed that too, Benson. He said it a lot. Sniping isn't viable. Why you put a sniper down? It's no use. It won't help you out. But we've seen time and time again that in the right hands, it is very, very viable.
Oh, it can be so viable. And then you kind of look at the M-bar as well. I feel like it's more powerful than the sniper rifle in the correct hands. A couple of people have been whiffing.
You know what it is? He sucks at sniping, so he doesn't want anybody else to succeed.
I think that may actually.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, you're onto him. I see where that's going. I believe the players are slowly rejoining the main stage. So map number 3 will be getting underway very, very shortly. Of course, we are going to Dam. Just to kind of reiterate for some of our viewers that may be just tuning in, this is the losers bracket final, and you have Bot Empire and Team Envy is tied at 1-1. Bot was able to take map number 1. Envy strike back though, and they will take map number 2. It was a difficult winners bracket game for them as well. And actually, fact, Envy's still not here. They're taking all of that time on time.
And with this tactical bathroom break that they're having here, you know, hopefully it's going to give us a damn good matchup here for map number 3.
I mean, I would love to see this one go to the distance. Give me a 7-6. Either way, I'm fine. I think it makes for a great story. Soto either beats his old squad or we get that Envyus versus Optic Gaming rematch. I feel the problem is, you know, you talk about Optic Gaming, just how good of a squad they really are. I mean, they made that winners bracket final look easy.
No, they really did. Like, you know, we talk about the tiers of the team and the gaps between skill level.
Yep.
And, you know, at a certain point, you have a skill level between, you know, 9th through 12th.
Yep.
And you have a skill level, actually, I would say you got a skill level between 7th and 12th. And then you you know, got 6th, 5th, and 4th all in the same, 6th, 5th, 4th, and 3rd all in the same tier. And then you got Envyus and then you got Optic.
But I mean, I think the scary thing is, or at least what we've seen this event, is just how far that gap is between Envy and Optic. It's almost as if Optic have said, you know, I like being a tier 1 team, but I don't like sharing that with anyone else. I just want to be a tier 1 team all by ourselves. And I mean, again, that winners bracket matchup was brutal.
Yeah, because you saw Envyus dominating everybody.
Literally everybody.
It was a map. And Optic did the same thing. So then, you know, both these forces came together in that matchup. And, you know, we saw who they really were. And Optic came out in 2-0 and just showed it that they're not close yet.
I think the wonderful thing about watching that matchup was Optic forced Envy to play around them. And that's something that only really the best teams in the world can really do. And you kind of heard after the match as well, Envy saying, hey, you know, we didn't play our own game. We were forced to play around them, essentially. And that's going to be key heading into this map number 3 between bot, because map number 1 was all bot. They controlled absolutely every aspect of the game. Map number 2, it was controlled by Envy, but we saw mistakes. Almost.
Yeah.
We saw them up, you know, 207, 209 points, and throw those rounds away. That's something that you cannot be doing at this stage of the game.
No, yeah, it was a close matchup, but I cannot let that matchup get to them. They need the emotional leaders and their coach Rab and Soto to actually keep these guys in the game. They need to focus up, worry about Dam, which we're loaded into right now.
Map number 3 about to get loaded into and jumping straight in towards that Dam. But as a competitor, how does it feel when you're on this main stage? Losers bracket final, tied 1-1, you're going into that final map. What are kind of the emotions some of these guys are going to be going through right now?
Well, I've never been in a loser bracket final, so I can't tell you. But as far as
there's always one, isn't there?
Yeah. But as far as the pressure on the main stage and these pressure situations in these matches, you know, it brings the best out of you. You don't even think about what's going on around you. It's just worried about playing, clutching up. You just focusing on your teammates and some of the best matches if you can experience a high caliber main stage bout like this.
Well, pressure on. Envyus bot tied up, 1 map apiece. Losers bracket final winner has that ticket to the grand final where they'll meet Optic Gaming. Map number 3, Dam, about to get underway. You said this map potentially suits bot a little bit more. We'll have to wait and see. Envyus striking back in map number 2. And I believe we'll have to look at our overhead. We'll see the breakout from both these two squads. Of course, Dam, a very, very small map. Pretty tough to get trick caps in the early round, but we do see it occasionally. Of course, this map, when we go to the half, A and C will actually remain in the same location. Excited to have this as game number 3.
Yep, so we're going to see Crash go out here wide. He's going to be matched up here with Praise on the outside. So both teams, of course, capping their home here. They're fighting for B, and Speedy, the first in there to the fight. Excel's picking up a kill. Both teams are going to be trading off. And so 4v4 situation, it looks like we're going to see Bot Empire take it out wide here. Focus up, get control over this hill, and kind of push Team Envyus out of this position.
Of course, just to reiterate, Bot Empire will be our red squad. Team Envyus, our blue squad for map number 3. And as it starts, it's going to be Bot Empire that get the early BC control, start to build themselves a lead. As I say that, though, in comes the boys in blue. Toy Soldier, he picks himself up 2 kills in the B hill now, looking good to be Envy's.
And so now Solars is putting those shots out, and Team Envyus. So they're gonna keep capping this hill. So then gotta ask yourself, this is down. Those respawns are kind of close to those home hills. Do you want to play for a 3 cap here eventually? Do you just want to come here with a setup? And it looks like this Team Envyus is going to set up here, try to catch Bot Empire off guard, but they allow Speedy to kind of break through right there. They're going to be down in their own teammates, picking up 1 kill, looking to pick up a 2nd kill. Solars is going to be full red here in this situation. He manages to stay alive, using that cover to its fullest potential, and Fran's going to be cleaning up Crash there. So Team Envyus held off that push.
Just to kind of talk about that question you kind of asked there, is do you go for a trip cap on this map? I mean, if you were playing, Guy, or even if you're coaching, do you recommend going for that trip cap?
I would have to get 4 kills back to back to back, especially early on like this. It's not really, so Bot Empire, it's hard to get both home hills on a map like this when you control this neutral point, because you're going to see all these guys run across the map here. They're going to be in your sight line, so they have to constantly play for this B hill and use their smokes to find chinks in Envyus' armor here. And so far they haven't been able to do it, but this time they're going to bring all of their arsenal, all 4 players out here, and Team Envyus Team Fire needs to be supreme right here in order to stop this push. And we're going to start to see them retreat back, but they're picking up the kills and they're looking to take the advantage. They're going to get another kill and they're going to hold off here.
And this has been a beautiful setup by Team Envyus, not allowing anyone from bot to break through, and how frustrating that must be for bot, just continuously flying towards Team Envyus and not breaking. As you said, it's very hard to overextend through the middle of the map without being spotted. So really, bot Empire, not much they can do in this one. A trip cap is very, very unlikely as it stands, especially considering the sheer amount of control Envyus were able to lock in over towards B, and that is a fantastic first round.
Yeah, no, this was a flawless round here by Team Envyus. They got control over the 2 cap and they held it the entire game. Good setups. They communicated, they were patient, the team fire, and they just held the 2 cap the entire game and got those points.
With how good that setup was, do you immediately put something at the other side of the map if you're bot Empire?
Oh, you give yourself nades or something. You gotta give yourself nades. You gotta give yourself something to break it. I don't think the Marska could be fine just because of the long range potential of it, but you know, I'm giving myself some frag grenades right here.
Of course, still 13 seconds left for bot Empire to fully decide what they want to go with.
And you know,
realizing the whole time.
Yeah, these support weapons are kind of good here. These support weapons are good because you got to understand this map is going to be open. It's a nice open map here. That's exactly what's going to be going down here. So I want to say it's going to be Excel's picking up that Marshall. So hopefully it can be a defining factor, because if they lose fights like that, that extra long range potential can help them, you know, get a few key downs in order to break Team Envyus' setup.
Envy managed to get the first round under their belt. Now just 6 more needed and they get to that grand final. A look at that overhead, of course, expected to be very similar in every single round, essentially, but you may see a couple of players get a little creative as they overextend through mid-map. We're going to be on board with bot Empire, and Speedy specifically, as this time bot Empire to maybe flood a couple more resources more aggressively over towards B. They need to win those initial fights.
Yeah, taking a different angle right here, and a little aggression right there by Solus. Tried to trade off a shot and pick him down, but he managed to get out of there safely, and so bot Empire on their heels. The B hill is not capped up, looking to pick up a kill. They do have a member down. The team fire comes out. 3 members trapped in the corner. What are they going to do? Pushing in there. They still have not acquired one of these kills, and there go one. 2 members of Team Envyus may make it out of here, which I don't think they should be able to.
No, I mean, you get that kind of down chain. You need someone to push in and really clean them up. The kills finally starting to come in for bot Empire, and that should mean they now get control of that B hill. The question, however, can they hold it down as well as we saw Team Envyus do in that first side? We saw wave and wave of bot Empire players flood towards the B hill, but Envy not giving them any moment to breathe or even an opportunity to break. This time, however, you may see Ribs try and get sneaky here on the flank. He's drawn a couple of players over, so maybe that opens up the other side of the map. It doesn't look like it for now. He is down. I'm not sure if anyone from bot Empire is going to be able to clean him up as the revive does come through.
We got 3 members over there.
That's a lot of resources at this side of the map.
It's almost as if Team Envyus is trying to play for both home hills, because now we got bot Empire with the same setup Team Envyus had. But the question is, can they hold it as well as they did? Headshots coming out there by Franchise. He's going to pick up another kill. He gets that double. He's full red. Now with those 2 kills, Team Envyus can turn around and make the play here. You're going to see these smoke grenades out. The pushes are going to come as well. Franchise, can he pick up a 3rd kill? Crash and Soto getting the double. Their teammates need to just stay alive and keep the distance. Fran knows that they're just trying to back cut him, get those lancers off, trying to make something happen. Not able to. Bot Empire holding that 2 cap, and their teammates will respawn here before Team Envyus is. So now, what do they want to do? They're keeping their composure. Team Envyus, they got to group up again. They can't play for the home hills. They're going to have to come back and fight again.
And that was a prime example of really this map right there. Bot with 4 players of Envyus down, 12-second respawn, so yeah, not the highest, of course, but they were more than happy to just keep that setup. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, so to speak. But Solus is able to get that entry kill here on XL.
I just feel like you just can't get baited across map here. You can't get baited across map. You need to turtle a little bit more from your home hill backwards towards that B hill. I don't see no point in taking fights across map like that, actually.
Well, especially when you consider you're just 20 points away from the lead. B hill looking as if that is going to be Envyus' control now, as Franchise able to get that entry on Soto. Now the question, can bot Empire hold onto that A hill? They just need 10 points. This will be a brutal loss. The kills all in Team Envy's favor. Crash, he's going to go down to Prey. Solus is capping it. It's almost there. It's going to be broken, but for how long?
And alive.
Bot Empire going to be able to keep it going? That's going to be the question. 50% is going to be dropped again. Bear in mind, whilst all this is going on, that lead is drastically being reduced. Team Envyus with the kills, and Team Envyus so close to the trip cap. It's not going to come in just yet. Solus with the pick on Excels, and there's still a player alive, just desperately trying to make something happen. Solus is going to clean up Speedy once again, and Team Envyus, just like that, will take the lead, and more importantly, take the round.
Unacceptable, Vincent. Unacceptable. And I'm going to tell you the reason why. Once they knew that they needed only a few points, they only needed 1 cap there, they were in so many close shotgun fights. Okay, in order for them to cap your home hill, that hill is in the open. It's dead in the open. Okay, you take a few steps back, bring out that Lancer, and you kind of shut any assault that Team Envyus makes right there. But they went in for those shotgun kills. They lost all those fights.
I love this potential. The boom shot.
It changed the whole dynamic of this map.
Exactly. You're losing those initial fights over towards B. I mean, Emily, you did win the last one.
There we go.
They heard you, guy. They heard you. They'll do it just for you. Now boom placed down, slap bang in the middle of the map. I mean, that's going to change everything.
No, it definitely is here. And when we take a look at this overhead map to break, we're going to see how many of Team Envyus' resources they want to actually send over there to get
I mean, you can't give it away for free.
Oh, no.
You absolutely cannot do that. And I believe there's something we saw Bot Empire do on this map in the tournament, and it worked.
This is when those 3 caps start to come out when you have a boom shot here. That's what kind of makes it possible. So they're going to spread this out. And as I was saying before, you know, Speedy controlling this platform here, him versus Toy with the double.
Oh, and he stays alive as well.
Yo, now you start going towards that home hill.
That was sick. Of course, someone's going to need to jump on that B hill. I mean, players now 14-second respawn. Still, though,
picked up the kill on Praise. That's 4 down. What you going to do?
4 down, and they still don't have a hill.
You're right.
Hello?
They have no damn points.
Spring into action. Come on, people. There we go. Finally, A and B is going to be locked down. But at this point, you can't do that same setup. If you're controlling A and B, that setup that worked so successfully for Envy in round 1 and Black Empire in round 2, you can't do because there's a boom on the map.
They were chasing kills, so at this point, Team Envyus, they get...
Hello?
What?
Do you need glasses? What was that? Ribs just runs up and he kills Excels.
He is absolutely... He is such a ninja.
Sneaky Beaver. Shout out to Chris Bucket. Ribs. Oh, you're dead. Fry out just jumped straight through, and he'll get that pick. And I mean, you can see just kind of how hectic the boom shot has made this round now. There's really no structure as we once had.
Envy has a cushion. They have a cushion here, and now they're going to have a 2 cap to go along with that cushion. But the boom shot is going to be on respawn. So at a certain point, they're going to be forced to drop out of here in order to play for that, because the boom shot is going to be up in a good 35 seconds or so.
Now, Toy Soldier on your screen. Envy looking to try and control mid-map. As you mentioned, they do have that big lead. 80 points to 30. And they also have A and B under their belt. But of course, you can't do that B setup once again. Praised in Franchise. They will find a couple of kills here. Looking for more. Franchise may need a little bit of help from his teammate. He has the help. Surely they're able to pick up this kill. Surely, no. Excels, he's found 1. Excels looking for 2. Franchise is going to have to drop the meat shield. And he will clean up.
Franchise with a double kill right there. Coming huge for these guys here. You know, he stepped it up.
I really think he's been MVP for Team Envyus this event. I really think he has. That's how well he's played.
So winning these matchups when his boom shot comes up is going to be in favor of Team Envyus. And now Envy, we're going to see what exactly they want to do. Speedy here to contest that. Their team does have it timed, and he's going to be patient here for a little bit, looking for the perfect fight, managing to stay alive here with his teammate. They're going to regroup, and they're going to charge in here, and he's going to go down. Ribs is going to kill his teammate as well. Solars picks up a kill, and they're going to actually try to stay alive here. Team Envyus with a good lead.
Oh, no.
Oh, we don't hit those.
Ribs is, don't worry, he has killed things with the boom. He just killed 3 of his teammates, though.
We don't hit those.
Including himself. So map now wide open for Black Empire to retake B, but if you look at the score, damage done for Envy, 180 to
Hey, it happened to last round. They can do it to Team Envyus.
I mean, this is a big deficit, though. This is a huge deficit, and I mean, Envy still do have numbers over at B. I believe it was.
Yeah, that's going to be 2 down, though. 2 down, nobody's in contention, nobody's in position. B Hill being lost, and that's going to be another round here for Team Envyus. I'm going to call it now.
Unless something ridiculous was to happen, which it doesn't look like it's going to. 10 seconds is all they need. A trip cap could come through for Envy. And of course, they have controlled this round absolutely perfectly. The kills do come in for Bot, but it doesn't matter. Envy now find themselves 3-0 up here in map 3 of our losers bracket final. And Blaze, I have to ask, what does Bot need to do here?
That's 6 straight rounds for Team Envyus between the last 2 maps. By the Empire, they took a good chance there with that boom shot. Now they just have to win the fights. I'm pretty sure they're going to get themselves some more resources here. They can win 3 straight rounds and tie this up.
Every single member of Black Empire looking over to Excels for guidance here of what to do.
And I think this would be a good weapon placement here, you know. Use this, take control over the fight, win some of these key matchups. You got good support weapons, good power weapons here. Take that 4v4 fight. As soon as you get those, you're going to be able to secure that boom shot. I think it's a good play. And don't forget, these respawn timers are up. They're going to be at 16 seconds and growing. So if they come out with a few key fights here, the domination is definitely possible.
Absolutely.
This is where we're going to start to see teams not even capping their home hill. All hands on deck to the platform.
I mean, you have to. Boom is down. It's going to be absolutely crucial. So we're going to kick things off on board with Speedy, I believe, from bot Empire. And we'll see just how quickly that rush is going to come through. In actual fact, Envy, they're going for a cheeky little fight through middle map. This could be pretty hectic for bot Empire's setup here. But Speedy just runs it, then boom, and there's two. What an entry that is.
Trip for 4.
Go. This is what we didn't see them do last round. They took way too long. This time, though, you see Boom immediately running towards C. You expect to see B being Captain A as well. There are the numbers. No one alive from Team Envy. That is going to be very, very simple. As long as that A hill gets capped quickly enough, no one's going to be able to get there. And that will be the round for bot Empire.
That was the perfect round. All hands on deck, okay? 2 more of those, it's a tie game.
And what made that one so possible was bot reacted so well to recognizing that Envy hadn't played straight for platform. They tried to go for a cheeky little flank there, and you saw Speedy say, not today. I'm just going to immediately pick up Boom and I'm going to get 2 kills.
So Team Envyus they can do something drastic here. I think they like what's on the map. They're gonna fix their mistakes on that last fight. I don't think they're gonna put anything that's gonna change these next few rounds. Exactly, they're gonna block off here.
Just a little bit of a misplay from them. As you said, they're still feeling confident, feeling like they are in control of the map. Of course, the 3-1 advantage this next round is massive for bot Empire. If they can get a little bit of momentum back in this and go into the half at 3-3, oh my god, that would be huge for them. But now off the break, we see Envy go for another kind of flank. It doesn't look like it this time. They're sending 3 players directly towards platform and one, of course, to go straight through mid-map. With the support of a teammate this time, though. Is it going to be, once again, Speedy, who just runs and grabs Boom? He does. Is he going to get the kills? He does it again. It's deja vu. Speedy able to clear the toy, and Speedy also still alive. Do bear that in mind. 3 plays down for bot Empire, though, and just the 1 for Team Envyus.
Team Envyus coming out with the win in that fight. And franchise with the frag grenades, they know it's 18-second respawns. They're going to use these frag grenades to put the pressure on the hill. They're going to actually start to drop back and send some resources there. Whoever's the Team Envyus member that died is going to cap their home hill. And now they're just worried about B and C here.
Of course, as you mentioned, though, 18-second respawn delay. So every death is absolutely massive as it stands. Excels on your screen.
Oh, so you know what? By them sneaking out with that 1 boom shot, that stopped Team Envyus from the domination. That little small play right there kept their team alive here.
Longbow, that is going to be the question. Fran is going to shut out frag out. And Envy, once again, springing to life. Speedy looking to get very aggressive here. And not going to connect with that boom. I mean, that would have been the play. Angle. That would have been the play if he was able to make it. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like it now. It's down to Soto. He has shut down Praised. Fran and Ribs are over there.
That Marsco cross map there by Solars here.
Has some support of a teammate. Can they just try and get these kills? It doesn't look like it. Fran once again with a pick. And Fran's going to find 2, and that could be a trip cap now for Team Envyus. It's a 1v2 for that play for bot Empire, and Fragout's going to drop just like that. Envy now in full control of this map.
It's going to come with the bot Empire. They already know it. I don't see them putting anything defining here. Once again, they want to fight that fight. Team Envyus is up 4-1. Anything can happen. I think the most important thing is going to the second half 4-2.
So you think absolutely nothing on the map?
Nothing at all.
Maybe put something crazy at the top?
Nope. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. Nothing defining. Maybe a bolt talk. They don't have that option. So they're just gonna.
So it has to be what, Ensign, I guess.
Yep.
I mean, I feel like Ensign can be pretty helpful, especially if it's towards
unless they put bolt talks off on the side there. We get it. Do they want to chance it?
Risk it for the biscuit. 2 seconds left. It's going to be locked in. Ensign does go to the top on pumping station. I still feel like the big focus, of course, though, will still be down.
Yeah, it's still going to be 20 seconds here. Whoever wins this first fight for the plat, and they're going to go all hands on deck once again. No point in sending somebody, leaving somebody back to cap that home hill on 20-second respawn here. So, folks, it's going to come down to this fight. Is Envyus going to go up 5-1, or is it going to be 4-2? We're going to find out, because last time they went up 42.5, they came back and tied it up. You got to remember that about Body Empire and Speedy breaking ice there on Solars, and that is not going to allow him to get the boom shot just yet. And his teammates gets another kill. The revives are in. They get a 3rd kill and a 4th kill, possibly hiding in the corner. He goes down.
That could be 5. That's 5 dead. Unbelievable. No one falls from bot. That was a picture-perfect break. We saw it in round 4, and we see it again in round 6. You can chalk that one up to bot Empire. There's not a single chance in hell Envy come back into that one.
Breaking, guys.
And you saw that time bot Empire, they sent 4 players towards that mid plat as opposed to 2 that kind of go through that mid-map side, and Envy just not able to respond. They were just outnumbered playing.
So the interesting thing is that we're going to see that fight again, but it depends if Team Envyus wants to set it up that way. We're going to see that fight again because the neutral point, that plat hill is going to be, that E hill is going to be on the platform. So even though the boom shot's not there, we're on the second half, we're still going to see that 4v4 fight at least. We may see teams cap the home hill early on, but in those later rounds, it's going to be all hands on deck. So I'm pretty sure if we see bot losing any round, the boom shot's going to go down 100%. But if bots start making a comeback, I'm kind of curious to see how Team Envyus is going to set this map up.
Well, as you mentioned, that big fight is going to be going over towards that platform. It's going to be bot Empire that are able to get there first. They're going to lock in that E hill. And despite really not any kills going down, as Crash is going to find Franchise. Now can Ribs spring into action. He's going to have to kind of back away from this one, and already advantage bot Empire.
And so they're going to back up just a little bit more here. Rib sees the guy out wide. He's going to try to get some angles here for his teammates. Here comes Solars, and Team Envyus is going to hop on top of this platform, trying to get control over the 2-cap. It's going to be a fight over here on the other side of the map. And so bot Empire on the defensive now. Toy picking up a kill. Praise picking up a kill. Team Envyus has the numbers, but those respawn timers are short, and they're not in a position to do any type of 3-caps here. So they're just going to set up, and we get to see what Team Envyus's plat setup looks like.
I mean, we saw how dominant it was when it was in the first half when they had A and B under the control. Now they have their home in that mid-neutral E hill. You expect to see it be pretty similar. And if bot Empire can find themselves an answer, because Envyus have now just taken the lead, 70 points to 65. D&E under their control. Of course, this map 3 of the losers bracket final. Winner
They're
of this
eyeing it.
the
The
final.
pressure's coming. Praise is going to be super wide here. And he's going to be in their spine. See, this is what Praise does so good. He's a nuisance, okay? Little small moves like that, even if they're not successful, forces members of the opposing team to have to drop back and defend that home hill, especially when you only got 1 hill cap.
Praise looking good to be able to pick up that kill on Crash. Crash, of course, it is going to be down. Toy, Ribs, and Solars all pick up kills. Solars picks up 2. That's 4 players dead. Surely this could be the trick grab. They only have 10 seconds. There's 1 player there who causes some problems, but I think that may just be enough. That player is not going to get there. And Envy with the trip cap, they now go 5-2 up.
The perfect timing right there. And so now trading off back-to-back rounds, you got to say, hey, is this giving bot Empire some confidence here? By them losing that, they get to set the tone now.
Boom.
Yep, they get to set the tone here. And I think that's exactly what they want. So when you put this boom shot down, you force all 5 players here, and they won the fight before. I think it's a no-brainer.
I mean, you won it twice successfully. Once where you ironically won boom, but everyone else died. So you're currently, what, 2-1 in this? But you're 3 for 3 of getting control of boom, and I think part of that is just Speedy getting there so unbelievably quickly. Of course, boom has now been placed in the middle map. It is only 12-second respawns, but you still feel whoever can get control of that now should theoretically be able to win this.
And so we are about 7 rounds in here. Soto with 3 kills is going to have to pick this one up and, you know, come here to fruition and, you know, just kind of clutch up some fights here for his teammates. Speedy hopping in the quick hop, and he's going to wall bounce here to the left, and he goes down this time. Team Envyus, the team fire. He gets help from his teammates. He still makes it in here. They're going to catch 1 off guard. They catch 3 off guard, 4 off guard, and a boom shot pickup.
Last man alive for Team Envyus. Can he at least try and draw the fight away? D and F still neutral as it stands. Ribs is going to go down. He will ultimately be killed as well. Can they cap that D hill quick enough? That is going to be the question.
Just go, Excels. Just go. Oh, he needed somebody else to go cap that home hill. And now the domination will come in, but I guess it was smart because at least he has the boom shot. He needs to get at least 1 in here.
Franchise is still alive.
Let's give your teammates some time to work. And yes, he does.
Waiting,
Smart
there's
play.
gonna be Ribs coming off. Ribs should be dead, and Ribs goes flying off the map. That is the perfect play from Black Empire.
I already know he was screaming, saying somebody else will cap this home hill. I can't do it. I got boom shot.
I mean, you can't, right? You don't want your guy with boom capping your home hill.
And even if it took a little bit longer, it was definitely the smart move, the smart play. If he rotates and he gets that home hill, they'll come out with that win.
So now, Envyus, you know, you're not winning these fights. You're not getting control of boom. What do you put on the map, guy?
They're going to nades at the bottom. I feel like they're going to set it up exactly how they did last time. Support weapon nades. They're going to choose what they want. Maybe the Marshals once again. Looking like a block. Okay, no support weapons. They don't want that annoying marks on the map.
Interesting. I mean, you're not winning the opening for boom though. That's not going to help you. Blocking something out is not helping.
But even if they put something there early on, the way to see how close all these hills is, the fight for boom is where it's all at. Whoever wins that is possibly coming out with a trip cap, especially if they save both booms in the chamber. So one thing, Speedy cannot get double cross here. Solars is actually going to make it up first. And now Solars picks up one.
That's massive. It's going to be traded. Solar's just been a nuisance. That's two for Solars. Solar's looking for 3, but not going to happen. Soto and Speedy just jump in action. And Speedy, once again, does get his hand on that boom, but misses both of them. How drastic is that?
He picked up 1 kill, but the splash damage only got praised for red there. And the rest of the team is going to come into play. So now both home hills will get capped. So one way that Team Envyus can counter this, or even both teams can counter this, is that when you go up there, you can't get wiped. Okay, you at least need to take 3 people out with you. And there was enough players that were dead that even though Bot Empire came out on top with the fight, they were just not in a position to start making plays for a 3 cap.
As it stands, Envy with D and E under their belt, but E is going to be contested pretty heavily. You see Bot Empire flooding in, or a 14-second respawn delay as it stands.
He is just dominating them.
Solar's is just taking his
running them here.
Game himself. He's just saying, nope, we're winning this one, not throwing this away at all. On board with Ribs now from Team Envyus. He's going to be able to clean up Soto, and if they wanted to, they could apply that pressure over to F now.
No, they definitely can here. Respawn time is being still a little bit too low. I want to say we're about 12 seconds here. 14. Yep, 14 seconds. So now Excels, he's holding off that home hill. It's all about the boom respawn timer. Which coach has the better timer? Who's gonna dictate this the most here? Because if Bot Empire can get up there first and control this, they need to actually play wide here. They need to take out both Toy Soldier and Praise wise. That's the #1 priority.
You got to make sure your stopwatch is definitely the correct time.
Excels, defining kill on franchise. 3 members hop on the plat. They're in position to get boom shot, but 2 actually go down here. And Solars, can he dominate 2 more once again? And he comes out with another kill.
Solars is just really lighting up this main stage. E-Hill looks good for Envy. F-Hill now, will they be able to get it?
Frag out.
A couple of players trying to come off spawn for Bot Empire. Fragout has done a good enough job potentially to just delay that push from Team Envy, and he's just going to say, hey, I need to get control of E. Whoever's next on spawn, you need to get our home hill. I can't be able to get it here. And unfortunately, he's going to go down as well. Excels his drop. Praise doing a fantastic job of locking down this E-Hill for Envy.
Oh, the double kill here. Baspin, the triple kill.
Oh my God.
The boom pickup as well. Now they're pushing forward here, looking for the double cap. Soto, it's already there. The boom is going. This is the triple cap that they need here.
Surely, you got to be...
The timing?
Is he going to connect with it? No, not going to. Soto does pick up Toy, but here comes Envy off spawn. They do not want to lose that home hill. Bear in mind, but Empire have not capped their home hill either, and they need to reduce this deficit. Envy has a massive lead, 173 to 93. Franchise with a big pick there on Speedy. Praise is going to be over there toward that E-Hill, and Envy desperately trying to hold on. F finally capped by Bot Empire, but despite getting all those kills, Bot Empire may have just missed that opportunity.
Yeah, they just was not quick enough right there. That was a good pickup. If that long-range boom shot would have connected, I feel like Bot Empire could have went forward there and used that last boom shot to help out Soto. He was by himself over there. But now, Bot Empire needs the trip cap here to make anything happen. And they're going to be down 2 men here in a 5v3 situation. Team, they think no shot.
No way in hell that Bot Empire is going to be able to pick this one up. And Envyus applying the pressure for that trip cap. That is now going to put them at match point here in the losers bracket final. They want revenge against the green wall. They want that ticket to the grand final. And they are so close, of course, for Soto and Bot now. They need to win 4 rounds back to back. Their opening strat seemed to be successful. They had a couple of chances there to close that out, but they just weren't able to do so. You're saying nades. It looks like that could be the game plan.
No, they're trying to set up exactly how they did before. You know, they kind of do the same strat around here. They want that extra arsenal on the wide side of the map. So in case that they don't get the boom shot, they have the nades as a backup plan, as a contingency plan there to, you know, stop that grab. But, you know, Speedy has been so good getting in there every single time. He needs to come clutch for 4 rounds in a row.
This is going to be so unbelievably
The respawn timers are high enough now. So all they got to do is just break ice. They need to win these matchups.
And literally, the first kill is going to be so crucial. And the trades that follow, who will come out on top. Once again, Bot Empire flooding the platform. They have 4 as opposed to Envy's just 3. Will they be able to get control of that boom shot? That's going to be the question. Speedy this time going for a different route. Solars. Oh my God, Solars 2 already. Praise will go down. Toy's going to find 1. Speedy jumps in. He cleans up 1, but no! No, he kills Soto. He was too excited. Oh no, that could be the mistake which cost Bot Empire the map and their tournament life. 5 players down. Envy trying to go for the trip cap. Are they going to lock it in? They will, and that is going to be Team Envyus in the grand final.
Can I get a not like this in the chat?
That was a definite not like this. That was a, oh God, no. Oh, please, no.
Can I get a not like this in the chat?
Brutal mistake. Everything went right until that exact moment. Team kill comes through, and Team Envyus kind of look across with a big smile on their face saying, well, you just handed us that round. And that now, 7-3 for Team Envyus, a 2-1 victory in the losers final. But I feel like